Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here with my special co-host tonight, Miss Stevie B.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. I hope everybody's having a good night. It's good to see everybody in chat already. Wow, what do we got? I just turned this on. We got 16 watching. Damn, right on. So how you doing, Stevie?
I'm doing good. Doing real good. Feel
Yeah,
better every day.
it's
Thank
good to
God.
see you.
Good to see you. You look good.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotta turn my.
Oh yeah,
There we go. Sorry.
that's why I said, did you turn?
No, I just accidentally hit it.
All
I
right.
heard it. I was like, ooh.
So who do we got here tonight? Judy Wheeler, what's up, Judy? Hey, Joe, Squatching Cowboy. Ida
Cowboy.
Bustamante,
Ida.
JCL, Ohio. What's going on, man? Good to see you. How do you pronounce that? Jody, but with an H? That's weird. Jodij. Go with Jody. Pop Craig, what's happening? Hey, Mark, good day. All the way from Australia. So cool. Who else? Mr. Lee, what's going on, man? Kenny Collard, what's up, man?
That's going fast.
Jeff Townsend, what's going on, buddy? Were we just talking about him? We might have been.
Might have been. Hi, Jeff.
No, it's funny because I have footage from the 168 that when I had the camera sitting on a table and I'm just scanning, I just have it sitting there panning that tree line.
Yeah.
Or just, and it's not panning. But yeah, in the background, you hear Jeff telling a story.
Well, you did kind of pan it every what, hour, half hour? You were moving
minutes.
it.
Yeah, it would only record for 29 minutes. So every 29 minutes, I just moved it to a new opening in the tree.
I just remember seeing you jumping up every so often to reposition it. It was quite often.
Who else is here? Mopar, what's up?
Rex Ham.
David Marrier, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, Rex is here. Hey, Blue. Blue-eyed Northern.
Hi.
Woman's a good cook. Absolutely a good cook. I had the pleasure of enjoying her cooking up at the Squatch out in Tennessee. Joe will tell you. Joe will tell you. We pigged out.
I bet.
Who else? I guess I had a Mike, didn't I? Mike's Adventures.
I don't know.
Didn't. I just did. And Emma. Emma's always here. It's good to see you, Emma. Yeah, so guys, it's same old. I'll put the link in chat, and if anybody wants to pop on, hang out with me and Stevie, just hit that link.
Come hang out. Say hi.
Anything you want to talk about?
We got to get Lee on here. Lee 3PO.
Yeah, right.
Somehow.
Somebody made a comment. I forget who said it, and they said we all have all the channels have to go on strike until Mr. Lee comes on, on live.
That's funny.
My first thought was, yeah, he'll be Mr. Lee will be known as the man who took down a community.
Right?
Because everybody went on strike and he never went on.
He's just sitting back laughing. It's done, gone.
I remember those shows, yeah.
You go down in history.
Larry, what's going on, man?
On the other side of the pond.
See, he's like, oh no, don't do that, man. Because he knows it's true. He'll be like, oh, sorry guys, but it's nice knowing you.
There's got to be some way to get him on here. somehow.
A few
I
pints.
think I think he will eventually. I think he will. He's gotten comfortable to where it's the second time he's popped his real picture up there. So
True.
he he's getting a little more comfortable. You like
Miss
us talking
Dill.
about Ely?
How are you, Dill?
Dill
What's she doing? Making what? Cane Lannis?
and garlic bread.
No, I got that part. I didn't know what the hell a cane
I
Lannis
know,
was.
that's what I said. Garlic bread, yum.
Probably some Canadian thing. Eh?
Hey.
There's another Canadian should be popping in here in a little bit.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to
Leslie from America,
meeting
Canadian, Canada, Cryptus Canada. Duh. Breeze,
her.
what's going on, brother? The other day, I stumbled all over my tongue. I was saying hi to him, and it came out brother.
Brother.
So now I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, it's all good.
Brother. What up, brother?
Well, Iron Dogger calls Connor little brother. Hey, Barb Santy, how are you?
Barb.
Connor,
Oh,
you gotta turn it off.
it just keeps popping on.
Turn it off.
I am. I just did. Done. It's done. There goes chat with it.
How the hell does that just pop on all of a sudden?
I don't know. Do you remember at 168 when my
That's a
phone
different
just
phone.
yeah, it happens to everyone I have. I'm not kidding.
She's
Something with
haunted,
phones.
guys. And
Gadgets.
I say that, but I'm not joking. She's haunted.
No. Look, I'm shaking my head, yes. There is something going on for sure.
You've had some crazy shit go on.
The last couple days, especially.
Relax, Dan. She's fine. She's with her mom and family. She was down in Anchorage and she stayed over and is hanging out with family and didn't bring her equipment. You know, she wasn't expecting to be down there this long. So she asked me to see if Stevie wanted to.
Did she? That's
She
very
did.
that's very cool. You saw what
Co-host.
you see the message I sent you? I
Yeah.
wasn't kidding. I was being serious, sincere. You know, I know I can't fill her shoes, but I just hope I make her proud.
You
You
know
know?
what? And she said to me that you'd do a better job.
Oh God, no. No. We'd have a real strong debate over
Ladies.
who's more nervous.
No, she's oh man.
She's gotten real comfortable. I like
Oh,
seeing her on there.
absolutely. You know, in the beginning it was amusing, you know, seeing her in that
Well,
panic mode a little bit.
you know I love her to death. I wanted to die with her when she went on Carrie Arnold's show. She was so nervous. I was like, "Oh God." I couldn't do it. I did it for that one
Oh,
time right before
Sandra, that's right.
168.
You're Canadian too, eh?
Oh, I didn't
How
know
are you,
that.
Sandra? Who else did I miss? Uncle Bones, what's up? Toby, what's going on? I saw somebody else that I missed. Huh. I
I
mean,
don't know.
my chat doesn't. Oh, there she is. Beauty, what's up? Beauty all around me. How are you?
Oh,
Where's your other half? Jared. Where one's around, usually find the other. Or at least that's how it was. Maybe I don't know. My microphone is slowly creeping down. There we go.
I was still trying to figure out what Miss Dill was cooking. It's Italian.
Oh, cannelloni. Right on.
Yeah.
Because I am a Viking. Sorry for the mispronounced food item.
Hey, we got the garlic bread for sure.
Viking, you sure you're not from Minnesota? It's funny. I was just talking to Lynn. We were listening to something. I don't know, Sasquatch Chronicles or something, and it was up in Minnesota, and they have this certain way of talking up there, and
Oh yeah.
it's just funny. um, because my ex-wife, well, she was from Wisconsin, so it's not a far stretch for her to do impersonations of people from across the border. Um, but yeah, she used to have me bawling,
Oh,
listening to her do these imitations. Alan Jackson, Papa Top again. It's actually the
you
first
said
one.
Alan Jackson. I'm like, where?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you see Toby. I think Toby Keith. Toby, what's up, man? Who else we got here? I think we covered everybody. 41 watching, right on. So we got to hook up one of these days. I got to get up there.
Yeah, I can't get to you quite yet.
No.
A few more weeks, hopefully. Everything's going pretty quickly. So.
Oh, as it should.
Yeah.
You still got a lot of work ahead, girl.
Oh, I haven't even got to the hard part yet.
No.
Oh, I know.
Nope.
Trust me. I know. I met with the rep from the prosthetics company today, and it was kind of cool. We went through all the activities that I'll want to do and be able to do, and pick the prosthetic appropriately to go along with that. They're pretty wild. It's all bionics and hydraulics.
Mogs says, "Can you?" Mr. Lee says, "Mogs, can you do a Cockney accent?" No. They all sound alike. I wouldn't know where to begin with a Cockney accent. Whoops, sorry, Joe. Where the hell did that go? Yeah, I want to go up and I want to go kayaking.
Yeah, come on. I got 3 sitting right here.
I know.
About 20 yards from me. I can't get anybody to put me in one. I'm dying to get on the water.
I'll drop your ass in one.
Even the rep from the prosthetic company, she was like, "Yeah, you don't need legs to kayak
or swim."
No.
I already told you that.
Yeah, you said you were going to throw me in, and
yeah, just sink or swim. You're on your own.
Screaming cannonball.
Annette, how are you? Good to see you. Jackie, welcome. There's Jared. I knew he'd show up.
Look at that hair. That's worried about mine.
That's an old picture.
That's cool though.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, here I am, just babbling on, and I gotta go like this and put. Let's put the link in chat. So it's there. If anybody wants to come on, just click on the link, follow the instructions. If you've never done it before, it's pretty simple. And all I ask is when you do come on, if you have YouTube playing in the background, just X that out, close out YouTube, so we don't get the echo. That's awesome.
Yeah, do the opposite of what I do.
I have an itch. Oh, damn. Katie G, how are you? Hey, Jen. Everybody's just rolling in. Right on. What does Richie say? Blue Eyes, Mogs, Cowboy, Mr. Lee, guest, and the rest of y'all. Hello.
And yeah.
My Shadow Moon got surgery. What is Shadow?
Daddy, Shadow Moon.
I don't know who's
child.
Your
His child. I don't know. What do you mean?
I'll have to explain that one, Richie.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I was mumbling through it.
We both were.
I'm like, up. Daniel Lundy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Blue-Eyed
Seven
Northern says, Kenny, I
down.
didn't know you could sing. Neither did he. Yeah, so Joe, I like the video you put out, man. That was cool. Looking forward to the next one.
See, I'm not getting notifications again. I'm not
For whom?
for a
Oh,
lot of them.
I didn't get notified for Joe either. I know I'm subscribed, but
Well, I have mine set for his notifications. Don't get it,
no,
and then I
I'll
go in
check.
and look, and their notifications are off. It's YouTube. They do it every so often.
Miss Dill, what are we forgiving you for? Forgive me, Mogs and Stevie. What do you have the
Why?
split? I must have missed something, but
I must have too. Because look at the puppy.
I don't see anything. Oh well. Where did it go though? Oh, okay. Okay. Shadow Moon is my dog. Had surgery, so she can't
Oh,
have puppies. She's 2 years old, German Shepherd.
uh,
She'll be fine. Beautiful dogs, though.
I've had shepherds all my life up until 2 years ago. I
Yeah,
had to have her put down.
there's two in this house.
17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and didn't have any hip problems. None of the typical shepherd
Shepherd
problems. She was
ailments.
healthy until the day she wasn't. She just looked like she woke up one morning and like had that look of, all right,
I'm
I'm
done.
done. Yeah. I mean, she was chasing squirrels 3 days before.
You hear that though, like sometimes before an animal passes, like a dog, they do get that youthful burst of energy,
Yeah.
for a day or two before, Um,
I just remember seeing her running like, oh no, no, no. I knew she was going to throw a hip and that would have been the end of it. Yeah, I think that run is what did her in ultimately before she was done.
Christy Sci-Fi, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Hey, CD Squatcher. I was just reading something and I lost it. Yeah, I hope that, I pray that my dog, like Maya, since she's a shepherd, she's prone to like hip displacement and stuff like that. I just hope that, she doesn't have to go through that or doesn't go through that. But she's put on weight. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I mean, you compare her to the other dog, the male shepherd. I mean, they're two different types of dogs, but styles of shepherd, but she's getting fat. Wonder if that little French bulldog knocked her up. You're muted.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
So she's not you. You never had her fixed, or
No,
oh,
I don't think she's. I don't. I
I
don't know.
get
She
I get
lived
the
there
first
for a
puppy.
while. I don't know if. What'd you
I
say?
I said I get the first puppy.
Oh, geez. I'm not saying she is. She's
I
just
know, I'm
getting
kidding.
big. I don't know how long what the gestation of a German Shepherd is. I'm sure somebody can look that up. I'll
I'm
know
sure
by the end
somebody will. I was gonna say I'm sure somebody will.
of the show. Mr. Lee is like, my pug is fat and lazy. She's cool though.
That's cool.
Joe Parker, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Nice to meet you. Oh, it was good to meet you too, man. It was a good weekend. Katie G says about 9 weeks. So, yeah, no, she ain't pregnant. She's just fat. That'd be my guess. She just looks. She's. If you put the two shepherds side by side, she's huge.
Well, I bet she's not running around as much as she used to.
No, no.
The backyard.
She's got the backyard here to run around.
Yeah.
She gets a little. What's the word? She doesn't hang with the pack. Like Lucy, my little one, she's part of the pack. Maya,
He was
gets along with everybody, but she'd rather hang out in the bedroom or just, away from everybody.
kind of like you, hanging out with you.
Yeah,
Uh, that's cool. Yeah, Lucy, she's part of everybody's pack. As soon as she gets around people, animals, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys, I already
I
forget.
spent a week with
Yeah, both of
her.
them.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool when Maya finally, when I walked around the corner, she didn't try to attack. She got used to me, so that was pretty cool. And then she was just sweet. Remember the
Katie,
night? Oh.
Katie, Katie says, "Dang, Mugs, it's every woman's dream to move to Florida and get lazy. Don't be hating."
Remember that night that Maya fell through the
Oh,
pop-up?
geez.
You haven't told that story, I don't think.
I
That
think no, I'm pretty sure I did.
I maybe once.
So we're sitting. I want to say by the fire, but we're sitting by the fire ring. There was
No,
no
we were
fire.
actually at the picnic table. It's one of the only times we sat at the table because we were right
I
there,
thought I
remember?
was in. Thought I was in a chair.
Well,
I
maybe I
wasn't.
was.
I
I
wasn't.
was
Yeah.
then.
So we're facing the pop up, and you know how the ends of the pop up fold. They pull out, and the board and the tent gets wrapped around and velcroed under and shit, so it seals everything. And Maya's sleeping, and I look through the net through the window, and something looks funny. And then all of a sudden, I hear the velcro go,
We both heard it.
and it was like that. She was too far over on she was in between
She was in the
the
back
the
corner.
edge of the bed and the tent part of the pop up. The Velcro let loose, and she fell through. She fell right out, but
Halfway though.
because I see this as she starts to fall, and I don't know how I did this, but I
Phew.
jumped up and caught her before she hit the ground.
You were like Flash. You were there 1 second, the next second you had her cradled in your arms and she's halfway
Just
hanging
as she
out.
was hit, yeah,
Her
but she.
front paws were on the ground, but her ass was still in the in the pop-up. And I'm just sitting there looking like, "Oh my god, what am I seeing?" And dying laughing. Because if you I mean, just as quick as you got up, I'd never seen you move so fast as long as I've known you.
All right, guys. I have someone backstage. Um,
Yeah.
Officially Forest of Monsters. He was here the other night. He's been putting out some
Oh,
videos.
okay.
Let's see what he has to say. What's up, man? Your microphone is muted. Let me see if I can take care of that. Nope.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to fix my auto. Yeah.
So what's up?
Because I heard my friend talk to me, he bro loved me. He told me he wanted me to join them, and I said sure. And I joined. I just made a new video today. I post about this kid fishing.
Oh, right on. Very good.
I caught one. How caught two. He went.
What were you catching? Bass?
It's a big lake, and they come out to fishing.
Awesome.
Uh,
So I saw another one of your videos recently today, actually. Um, so what happened, dude? You're not related to someone, to Trapper?
But she's gonna have time down private match, so I can hear better.
Okay.
That's a good idea, actually. Pretty pretty smart.
I don't know. Let me see
His sister's typing out
Oh,
with
his sister is? Oh, right.
yeah, she's in the background typing what you just said.
No, I was just curious what happened there. I mean, people seem to like you, dude. Um, is someone typing?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I'm sorry, I can't catch up.
Just gonna see who else showed up in chat. So what's going on, man? What can I do for you tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to tell you something, man. Couple days ago, when I saw a live video with old Bears, old Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It was great to talk to him on FaceTime, and I didn't know you guys were Tennessee Copperhill, Tennessee Copperhill for all from all YouTubers talking questions. I watched my friend named Connor from Big Alignments. I watched his film, like Bigfoot handprints and footprint shreds. It looks cool. And Mom, I got 5 or 4 catfish, so I'm planning a couple of days. Remember, you always see the film about Bigfoot prints.
I think so.
Couple of days, I'm going back. I'm gonna
Okay.
stick her camera. I hope me might catch a picture of Bigfoot.
everybody
Oh.
hopes that.
And the catfish up the tree. It's that tree came on the tree. She wants to come after the catfish. Just hang
Sure.
up a big tone.
Can't hurt. I'd try anything really. I just want to see one. I don't need to video it.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
Although I always have a damn camera in my hand.
full on interaction, just to be able to see,
I just want to experience it.
Yeah. Not just what you think is a glimpse or catch something on
send you private message.
What's that?
Okay, turn camera on. I could send you a private message.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. He's gonna put a private chat in.
I was gonna say if you typed him private chat, he'd see it.
No, I know. I'm in private chat. I just haven't typed anything yet.
Yeah.
I
thought.
What?
No, I thought he said he had someone typing. I
thought so too. Or at least that's what you made me think.
Hey.
Gnome back home. What's up? Am I going to Squatch Hunt around here? Oh, hey B. Sorry, didn't mean to put yours up. All right, private chat. I got one here. Let's see. I like we call or message each other anytime, Mogs and others. All right. I guess it wasn't very private, was it? Sorry. So where was this? The place you're going back to? Where is that?
Hold on, I need to catch up. All right, second. I need to hear you yet.
So where is the place you're going back to?
Facebook Messenger.
Okay. If anybody has, oh no, sorry, I gotta post this because this is funny.
Where you go back? What? I'll go back. The same location about footprints I found. The trash. Hold on, I'm trying to think. The trail, homemade trail, the footprints. You remember the film I see falling, falling.
Yeah, I didn't
Probably
see all your stuff.
The hill. She buys because a trail camera up there. She might like a picture. Hey fish. She might like a.
But you said there's a trail camera up there?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm always distracted.
And now I am too. I was reading chat.
Yeah, I also need you,
Yeah.
May I say something?
Yeah, please.
I'm excited to almost 300 subscribers.
I saw today you were at 298.
Wait, what?
Today I saw you were at 298. So did you get 300?
That's what I feel like I want now, maybe 400.
Now 400 your goal?
Yeah.
Aim high, buddy.
Right.
Hold on.
He's gonna check.
Oh, I mean, everyone. You see this title name right here?
Yeah, officially Forest of Monsters.
You can type in go join my videos my small video channels, subscribe and join it, and no comments.
Yeah, definitely check out his channel, officially Forest of Monsters. I'm curious. I'm going to look up and see how many. Oops, I can't spell. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Still at 298. Shit. Now I gotta. Guys, if anybody can find the link for officially Forest of Monsters, let's get him over 300. He's got some videos out there. Him and his buddy. I think it's worth checking out. Show you love.
Hold on.
298. 301. 301.
Yay!
That's cool. All right. Where you go back to?
I mean, I can hear you, but just name subtitle CC, you know.
Oh, do I have closed captions? I don't think I can do that. I have to type.
I think he's got it on, is what he was saying.
Okay.
Maybe that's what I misunderstood the first time.
But yeah, man, you're over 300 now. That's awesome. I'm typing in private chat, guys. Sorry.
I just did.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone. Very honored.
Congratulations. You got over
good
300.
job.
And hold on. I'll make a plan. A couple days later, I'll go back for film, and I'm still working on this film one. Remember I told you guys about spearfinger?
Spearfishing? Oh, Spearfinger, yes.
Yeah. I'm still working on that film. I mean, we haven't filmed it yet, but we're trying to find someone give us a ride. I mean, I don't drive.
I've been there, done that.
I need to drive it because people rent.
So you guys are waiting on a ride to get back there.
Yeah. And after that, spearfinger, and then the fish easy, by the way. But I'm gonna tell you everyone, we're planning for bonus skins by the fire. All Expo 809. We're planning, it's gonna be super. It's like a hand-made face slapping competition.
You're gonna do that?
For me, Hawk, and Bug. three of us together slap who wins.
Why?
It's for funny bonus and for making people laugh.
So if you can't follow this,
Sure.
if you ever see the face slapping competitions, well, that's what they're talking about doing, slapping each other in the face.
Yeah.
See, that's some brutal stuff, man.
You said why?
B says she put your link in chat. Awesome. Thank you, B.
Watch. I put his link chat.
Your link.
Oh, Santa. Wait, what they put link in chat? I understand.
The link to your show.
Like people can't find me channel. No.
Well, no, I put the link in chat to your show so people can go and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruth.
I have a question. Hold on.
Speaking of links.
Yeah. All right. Wait, everyone. I mean, I talked to old Bear on that video. He told me to have every gear you have for film. I didn't catch up, but Hulk, he said yes. Boss, he said say yes, but no, I don't have everything. There's two things I'm looking for. I'm looking for thermal camera.
So aren't we all?
Right.
I mean, thermal camera is at least like $5,000 or $20,000.
No. You can get a good thermal for $2,000, but who's got $2,000?
Yeah.
For 2,000, I should say.
I'm looking for a drone camera.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's standard equipment these days. A drone, a thermal, or a drone with a thermal. Geez, I'm glad I'm not that involved in this.
I was just listening.
Coming from somebody that has more equipment than
Yeah.
than you can carry.
Man.
Me?
You.
I'm trying to find one cheaper one.
Oh, CD Squatcher. Hang on 1 minute.
All right.
Well, hey, Christine.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm fine. I am curious.
Sign.
Do you know sign language?
Do you sign?
Do you know sign language?
He's not picking it up. No.
No,
No.
Unless you're telling him off and he's not saying anything.
I just wrote it.
I was just curious because, I could sign everything you're saying
Sure.
if he understood it. That's kind of why I dropped in.
No, I appreciate that. No,
Well, I'm glad you did because I've never had a chance to really say hello. Hi.
Well, hi.
I
sent
to
you.
meet each other.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we'll get to meet each other soon enough. I'm sure you're here, right, in Florida?
Yeah, I'm not too far away. I'm over in Central Florida.
Me too. Not far from you, I don't think.
No, it's a couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm writing it also in chat.
Well, I can type pretty fast. If you want to put me in there, I can type what you're saying.
If you look at the top, Christine, there's a thing up
Okay.
there that says private chat. That's what he's referring to.
All the way on the right-hand side.
Okay. It says
It'll-
private chat.
It'll go right to him and just the four of us.
All right. Chat with the host and other guests. Okay.
What is that?
My favorite show.
There's a glare.
Is that Mountain? What is
It's my
that?
favorite show.
Mountain Monster?
Yeah. The other one.
I have to. How do I? Let's see. Hold on. Let me do it this way.
Yeah. Monster, Mercury, this one right here. I mean, alright.
Oh, interviewing monsters. That's interesting. That's cool.
So what's his name?
It's a movie.
He goes by Rick, but I know Rick is not his name. What is your name? I forgot.
About my favorite. I mean,
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Got to type all this out now. I know he goes by Rick.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just normal, but I can hear, but I'm just reading words. CCs. Yeah. My first name. Well, you mean my real name?
Yeah.
Wait. I think I know your real name.
My real name is Russell.
Your name Russell.
Yeah.
My name is Michael.
Michael. Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you guys need my last name?
No. It's all good.
Okay. It just makes yeah, I mean, whenever people film me on the show, people calling me Michael. And I said, stop calling me Michael, call me Ray for on the film. I'm trying to figure out how I can make better videos so I can be on TV show series.
Wow.
Just keep producing content. You know, keep trying. You're putting stuff out there.
Oh, very hard.
Just keep at it. You know, and you'll be surprised because if you have stories and stuff, I see a lot of people end up on the Travel Channel and a lot of different shows that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite monster? Well, my favorite monster is I got a lot of monsters in my mind.
All of the above.
My favorite is Holly Island.
Honey Island.
The Honey Island Swamp Monster. Right on.
Or Chupacabra.
Ah,
Yeah.
could be.
Well, I never thought about that. Do I have a favorite monster? That's a good question. No, I think I am most fascinated with Bigfoot. Absolutely. Like, I don't even want to think, like, do dogmen exist? We'll worry about that later. One cryptid at a time. Michael Haywood, what's up? Good to see you.
I don't think I've had a favorite monster. Just everything happens around me, anyways.
Yeah, no, that's just natural.
Yeah, just whatever comes around, whatever the day brings.
CD, have you ever had any paranormal stuff happen? Christine.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I had one experience that I thought was very unusual. I was walking in the woods at night, and I was all alone. I'm typing this too, and lights came up behind me, and I turned, and whoops. I got messed up on that word. and turned, and there was nothing there. And it happened to me twice. and it looked like car headlights. They were very bright.
I think I remember. I think you told me this at the when we met up in Lakeland at the Bigfoot conference. Because didn't it like cast a shadow? Didn't it cause you to cast a shadow? It came from behind and you could see the lights. But yeah, I remember you telling me this story.
Yeah, I did see it. I saw it, but when I turned, it was not there. So it was really weird. And that's the only paranormal thing that I can think of that I've had happen to me. Whoops, where's the chat? I'm trying to chat and talk and type, and it's not working. I do believe that I was paced by a Bigfoot.
Really?
Twice. Oh, what's he doing?
he's advertising.
That's his.
It's subliminal.
Okay.
It's his analog banner.
So I don't know if you want to hear about that or not.
That you got paced out? Hell yeah.
Here? Okay. Or were you?
I was in the Green Swamp.
Okay.
The first time, I think it was curious. I don't think it was trying to run me out. I was playing with a little ocarina during the night, and I think it kind of liked that, and it was listening to me play. And so in the morning when I walked to the bathroom, it was walking beside me in the woods, and I couldn't see it in the swamp, but it was, you could definitely hear it. And then the second time it happened to me, I think it was mad. It wanted me to leave. It really just wanted me to leave. And that happened, it was much, much later. And I was just looking over the river, and I was just enjoying the day. And I think it wanted that particular place.
Oh, you were in its spot?
Yeah. Yeah. I took his spot, and he came behind some palmettos. And I did not feel good that day. So I just left. I didn't trying to type this. I didn't challenge him. I ended up in the hospital that day with a lung infection.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. But anyway, it was a good day.
Sort of.
Sort of. Well, it wasn't because of the Bigfoot, but those are the only two times. No, that's not true. I had one yell at me in the Panhandle.
Oh, wow.
I was up in Torreya, and we made him mad. I had one yell. Yeah, I'm trying to keep Rick in the loop. And that was at Torreya. We set up an ambush, and we scared him.
Oh, wow.
We scared him away. Well, he was very angry, and he just yelled at me. There was me, and there were two others with me. Yeah, got two others with me. So
yeah, I know Connor talks about, Bigfoot Anonymous. He talks about Torreya a lot.
Yeah,
going up there.
Well, that's where Stacy Brown.
Oh, okay.
Got that. Yeah, I got the FLIR footage. It's also where we found a good track line. And so I have been on the site of 2 track lines. The one was in Turea, and the other was in LBO.
Oh, you went to LBO. That's right.
Mhm.
I forgot.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you're going down to Brown Springs in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes, I
Wow,
did.
that's cool.
I won a trip to Brown Springs, so
Yeah, where'd you win something like that?
at your raffle.
No, I think that's great that you're going down
Yeah.
there. I think you guys will have a good time down there. Is Mark going down? Mark Newble?
Yes.
Awesome. I think you
I
guys will
think-
have a good time with Tex. Just look out for those tigers.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's more famous for paranormal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've
There's
actually
a
heard that.
cemetery there, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's supposed to be a very haunted cemetery.
I don't know why somebody'd haunt a cemetery.
Yeah, it seems like you'd want to get away from that place.
It just seems like the last place. I mean, yeah, it's the last place they were, but wouldn't want to hang out.
No.
Who am I missing? Flat Rock Booger, what's happening? Good to see you. Who else? Where are we at? Almost at an hour. So, guys, if anybody wants to pop on tonight, please, I put the link in chat. Do it again. Feel free to come on. Juanita, how are you? Sorry, I just got to catch up on shout outs. Jeez, I'm sorry, it's quiet. So what else is going on, everybody? Everybody's quiet. Too many people are looking at chat.
We're all looking at chat. I'm used to being on that side of it, chatting away.
Oh. Who else is here? Oh, there's Connor. What's up, dude? Yeah, Connor will tell you about the good food we had at the outing. We got a little spoiled.
Oh, Colin.
Although I cooked a little bit. I cooked some breakfast a couple times for. Actually, I fed Connor and his buddy, and then I fed Joe and Kenny. And after our hike, they were all like, "Oh, we're gonna take a shower," and I cooked breakfast, and they didn't know I cooked it. So I handed them plates, and Kenny's like, "Are you serious, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." What is?
So, how many days was that camp out total?
It was just a weekend.
Just a weekend.
But I went down. I get down there Friday, and most people were showing up Saturday, Sunday, and then leave on Monday. But I showed up on Friday, so I got that extra day in.
Was there a lot of drop-ins, like just for the day, or did everybody actually stay out there?
There were a few, but there were a lot of people that camped out.
Yeah, that's cool.
But there were a few drop-ins. I couldn't name names. Terrible like that.
Wouldn't expect you to. No, I just didn't. I wasn't clear on,
Yeah, no, there were people that popped in.
But yeah,
and then there were people that weren't part of it. Like, if you see in Joe's video, Squatch and Cowboy's video that he put out, he's interviewing some kids that just happened to be camping there. They weren't even part of it, and like they're like, oh yeah, I believe in Bigfoot, or it
That's cool.
was cool to see that younger generation. That sounds so. I feel so old just by saying that. But talk about that. They were out, they were having a good time. They're enjoying the outdoors. They weren't on their damn, devices. It was, it's good to
That's
see.
cool. The rarity these days.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the devices are great. Technology is great, but we're going backwards as a people. If looking at a device causes you to walk into a door, put it down. What else is going on here? Yeah, y'all are too talkative. Oh boy. See, even we're dumbing down. This is like Idiocracy in the making. If you've ever seen that movie, where Tim Tiny Lester was the president, wasn't he? Oh, that was a screwed up movie. I put the link in there, Jen. Hold on, I'll do it again. Thanks, Jen. Mr. Lady. Oh, there she is. Hey, Leslie, good to see you.
Oh.
She set an alarm like 45 minutes. When's your show on? I said in 45 minutes.
She set an alarm.
You picked a hell of a time to nap. No.
Kind of sounds like me.
I would have loved to nap. What's up, Duke? How's it going, buddy?
Duke.
Okay.
Speak. If you want to speak, speak.
I heard my friend named Joe Perez. When we were all out there, I heard he was coming. I mean, I don't know what he said. He said he's gonna make a stream or video while I'm showing him. I heard he told me that.
Joe said that?
Probably like Saturday. I don't know when their day is. Just make sure.
We just fired themselves. Wait a minute. Bill just fired herself as a moderator.
Fire.
Guess what? You rehired. So yeah, I put the link in chat, guys. If you want to use it. Big Rob lost his phone, so he's MIA.
Oh no.
Bummer. Who else?
This is where you need theme music in the background. Wow.
Lester Taylor. Could Stevie tell her story of getting kicked out of campsite for 168?
Oh, it wasn't actually a campsite. I had went down I guess it was about 2 weeks before the official expedition. It's only a few hours from where I live, and I had the day off on the weekend to ride down. Got there, I spent the better part of the day exploring, and this one particular campground was gated off, and on the front of the gate was a laminated sign that was made saying it was closed for COVID. Here it is a year after everything was shut down, and that sign looked brand new.
I don't recall that sign.
So no, it wasn't there when we came back 2 weeks later. I have pictures of it actually from when I got there. But I parked alongside the side as close as I could off the side of the pathway, the road. It's like a forestry type road, just sand. So park off to the side and just start walking. I couldn't have gotten maybe 50 yards before I hear a vehicle. I'd been there all day and there was no other vehicles. It was like on a Monday, I think. There was no other cars
Well, you
except
were
for
there
an
with your
accident.
girlfriend, weren't you?
Right. One of my good friends, she rode with, well, we actually stayed that weekend at her friend's house for her godson's birthday party. And then I tagged along with them on that because it was only about 40 minutes away from the campsite. So where the expedition was going to be. And I said, okay, I'll go with you so you don't have to go by yourself. If you extend that trip, let's take a little further ride. But no, we got out there and she was knocked out. She was asleep, crashed out. I get out the car and I couldn't have gotten 50 yards before I hear a vehicle, which was odd, like I started saying. It just, no cars all day, none. I mean, I was kind of fishtailing on the pathway because it was so sandy just to avoid the deeper sand and didn't have to worry about cutting a corner, somebody coming around the corner. Well, no, but there was nobody out there. So when I heard the truck, I turned around and I noticed it to me, I mean, I work for the local county, so I recognized their tags. I saw the symbol on the side of the truck, and there was two guys hanging on the tailgate, just, riding in the back, and then just the driver. And I thought they were going to keep going, but no, they pulled right up to the gate, and I heard, hey. I kind of pretended like I didn't hear them. I was just far enough where I thought I might be able to get away with it. They kept walking, but no, he got real stern. Hey, you need to get back here. I'm like, excuse me? Are you talking to me? No, I was the only person out there, but they did not want me back there. They said it was shut down, off limits. There was nobody to be back there.
And that's the same campsite that we were at.
That's where we walked in every
that's
night.
weird that they would shut that down like that.
But do you remember that? I don't know, it was the second or third night we had gone out there. Did you remember seeing how the gate looked like somebody rammed through it? It was. I think it was the night that you went live. You might not have paid attention.
No, I do remember there being an issue with the gate.
Yeah, that gate looked like somebody rammed it with a big truck or something. It was just out of the ground, off. If we wanted to, we could have picked it up and moved it over enough to drive in.
Well, you were there, Barry. What's up?
Well, how are y'all doing?
Good,
Sorry,
how you
Hey,
doing?
Barry.
I was on the back porch. I had a ceiling fan on. I decided to turn it down.
Barry, you remember seeing that gate that night? How it was
I
just
remember-
tore up?
I remember it being broken.
Yeah, it's like somebody rammed it, and then the very next night we go back and it was
It
completely
was fixed.
Yeah.
And they watched that place. I don't see how they couldn't.
Well, we would drive down this one road and coming in you couldn't see it, but going out to the right up in the trees there was always a flash, like there was a camera taking pictures or doing something. But yeah,
Every time.
You could only see it when you were leaving.
Yep. Every single time.
Yeah, I remember it like a single light because it was a couple of nights that we were coming back and we saw it that obviously evidently it looked like something out there. It looked like it could be something out there. Then we would get down the road and you wouldn't see it. We would actually forget about it and start talking. And then somebody
until you cut that one corner, that right real sharp turn.
And then finally, I think it was after we got back where we really put together maybe that's probably where they were watching us at.
Sean G, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I forgot all about that gate thing. That was weird. Because it was broken and then the next night it was fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went out there that 2 weeks before, I was on the phone with Mark Newell and there were certain things that we wanted to check out. And him being all the way out there, it was easier for me to go. And I was curious too. So I just spent the day a good 3-4 hours just at least.
It's
running around that place.
I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I'm good at that sometimes.
Me and you both.
But it's a beautiful area out there. If you're going right past it, there's these. I'm trying to think. I know there was some kind of type of palm tree, which I know nothing about palm trees, but there were some old water oak trees. these things were. I mean, these things have been there for a long time.
They were cool.
It was beautiful, but yet it still had that little air about it.
That eeriness.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one night we rode in there, that air was thick. It was thick. It was just something about just the way the air felt. Like it was just more difficult to breathe. It just something wasn't right.
But it was also weird how, you know, one night made a difference just with the sun, with the moon coming up. I mean, you know, the one night it was a full moon. The next night it took a little longer for it to get, you know, to come out, and it wasn't, you know, because it had just passed the full moon stage. But it was before that moon came up. Holy crap, was it dark in there?
Black. I mean, pitch black. Whereas one night you could see clear across the open area. That night you couldn't see 10 yards of path.
No, it finally, you know, lightened up, but that was
you could barely see to where the amphitheater thing was, you know, that little seating area where Mark had put that recorder at, where the porta potty was. You couldn't see hardly past that. That's how black it was out there.
I was trying to think how to describe it to everybody. I mean, it was almost like a big, huge, kind of like a plus that had things, you know, in the, of course, it had, you know, that was the ground, the way the grounds were shaped and the way the woods were shaped. And I know it wasn't exactly a big plus like that, but it's just not a rectangular area. You've got some areas you can get off to and not see other places that are in there. I know where me and Zasky had, you know, I had to say, hey, you want to go? I thought I was going with them. Everybody left to go out there, and I missed the ride, so I had to jump in the truck and haul butt out there. But I just wanted to show them, you know, where we were seeing the lights at. And the weirdest thing about right there in the daytime to me was that there was tall grass through there. Of course, some trees spread out, but tall grass, and it was almost like you could see where something had been running kind of through. Well, not running through there, but it made trails through there. It wasn't just one, it was numerous. It was like they never went the same way twice.
Well, Stevie had found a couple of those.
Not in a row, yeah.
Over on the where the power lines were on the other side, I've got some good pictures of some trackways. And I mean, there's no definite footprints, but it looks like impressions. And
was that where they put the tent?
No, this was actually opposite side, kind of when you first came into the main gate one.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you come through the gate, you take your immediate left down that dirt road, that gravel road, and it cuts around the corner and goes for miles, just parallel to all those campsites as you go on down. It's like 7 miles, something like that, to where on the backside of, say, the fishing pier. So it's 7 miles just to get to the fishing pier, but that whole area back there, it was all little trackways, like game trails, but much bigger. All behind every campsite, that one campsite, that the campground that had the little pond in the middle of, pond, whatever you want to call it. But every single one of those campsites had a little trailway straight back into the brush. One of them, when I was there, that, you know, the 2 weeks earlier, I had followed I must have gone about 100 yards in, until I almost walked smack face into a banana spider, and I said, "Oh, no, that was it." I turned around because I wasn't prepared.
I did that.
There wasn't banana spiders.
I did that Sunday morning. I was out the trays just looking at a little area right off the road, and man, there was one. And that thing had to be 3-4 inches from, you know, long from his foot to his foot.
It's not even the spiders that I'm really that. I mean, yeah, of course I'm afraid of them, but you get the web on you, you don't get out of it.
That is true. Their web is, that particular web for those spiders is thick.
It's strong too.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I hate that.
Bounce off of it almost.
And I hate it, man. You know, sticks to your hair, sticks to, I mean, your clothes, you know, and then you feel it later, you know, and it creeps you out
you're
even
feeling
more.
It the rest of the day.
You're
feeling it the rest of the day, Barry.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get it on you.
You know, I don't know why I thought about this a second ago, but, you know, we talked about how there weren't any tree structures down there. And something I've kind of noticed about going from one drastic area to, like, Duke's area up in Montana all the way, you know, to Florida. You know, Duke gets some I mean, tree structures. I mean, he's half the reason I look for tree structures. Some of the stuff that I've seen on his channel,
Sure.
just awesome stuff. But if you really think about it, depending on how high it only makes sense. Depending on how big the natural growth of the trees is at that time in that area, really depends on what kind of. To me, I think depends on, in my opinion, depends on maybe what kind of tree structures you get. Because a lot of tree structures, I mean, to me, they're not going to be bigger than the forest, of course. If you know what I'm saying. That's why we get a little bit smaller ones here down here in Mississippi, and down there. If you put up a tree structure, honestly, there's a lot of places where you can see that thing from every different side.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it has something
Depending
to do
on
with,
the time of year, though, because
Yeah.
when we were out there, it was still everything you could see far. But you go out there in the dead of summer, you're not seeing more than sometimes 2 feet in front of you.
And that's the only reason why I haven't gone back again to do the investigation on the lights, because I can't see through that foliage. It's so thick right now, so I have to wait until January, February.
Yeah. I was the one that was quick to jump to, it couldn't have been anything else. But in the same regard, I mean, I respect the heck out of, you going, and continuing to look into it. Because I would, I mean, if it's not true, if that's not what it is, I don't want to say that's what it is. That's just what we think it is. That's what we're going on. I just don't understand. And Stevie, I think, will know what I'm talking about with this. Some of the things those lights did, especially the time it took off down the tree line. It's halfway up the trees.
That one that shot to the
left. It goes all
left.
the way down. It jumps the road that we walk in on, except you don't see it when it jumps the road. It just goes from tree line to tree line, for about that 15 or 20 feet. 1 minute it's in this tree, 1 second it's right there, next second it's across the road. And then goes behind us all the way and just goes off into the woods. There ain't to me, I don't see how that's a car. It could be.
Oh, I'm not saying everything was a car. Not at all.
Once I saw that, I was like,
trust
oh,
me.
that was the second time it had moved. The first time it moved, it was, in front of us, and it moved off to the left through the trees, and wasn't near as drastic or dramatic, of a move. But when it went down that tree line, jumped the darn road, and then came, and I mean, it's probably 75 yards in front of us. It comes down here, down a tree line, jumps it, and it comes all the way behind us, going this way. And I was like, we were all sitting there just stunned.
That was cute.
I mean, we were saying stuff like, look at, I mean.
Well, if you remember the very first night we went in there,
hold on 1 second. I just got to clear. Leslie, when we were down at this expedition in March, a bunch of us witnessed lights, in a tree line.
I don't know what it was
whatever
like.
you want to call it.
And we witnessed. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wasn't me this time.
It's always me.
I forgot what I was going to say about them. Definitely, but just crazy.
No, that first night that we walked in there, and it was a bunch of us. If you remember, it was some of the boys from Lost Cryptid Conservatory. It wasn't just us the very first night.
Yeah, they were going to set out. They went out to set out a parabolic mic.
They saw it, and whether they wanted to admit it or not, they saw them, because we all saw it as soon as we came into the clearing. It was that obvious. It was that evident. Because Barry, I think you were the first one. I think Barry, you were the first one that said, "What the hell is that?" and you just started kind of darted a little further to where the flagpole was, and I think you stopped around there.
I never had any dealings with any kind of orbs or lights that I can remember.
But it was that obvious. We all saw it, even the Lost.
But just so everybody understands, we saw these 4 or 5 nights in a row, and each night
I see it.
2 or 3 of us would be the same folks, like me and Mose and Stevie B, and a couple other folks, Lynn.
And we came with this one.
We would go every night, and then we would take 2 or 3 extra people, different people, every night. And every time we would come back to camp, they would say it does exactly what they're saying it does. Because I know it sounded kind of outlandish, but.
Okay, Rick has some questions he wants to ask.
I'm getting to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What's up, Rick? Well, the only way to get his attention is I'm going to put him full screen.
Hey, Rick.
What's up?
Yeah.
I was just writing it down. I'm trying to figure out when you're market you saw something. Lights or swim spiders or something. What's a person or what's a light camera? About you guys been talking about.
Okay, despite we did where we were researching, if you will, there were a lot of spiders. So we saw a lot of spiders, but during this trip that we were actually bigfooting, we saw, lights that we couldn't explain. So
Like paranormal.
sort of, I don't know. Would you guys call them paranormal?
I said it looked like orbs, but when Barry pointed
Yeah.
out, and I think Mark Newell was talking about it last night, the star that wasn't a star.
Right.
And I saw that little blue light dart from that and straight across the trees. That's when I broke out. I was trying to get it on my phone, my cell phone. I got a little bit on the cell phone, but nothing definitive. You can't tell what it is. We don't know what it is. That's the most baffling part, is that you're looking at these lights in the middle of the forest that don't belong for no rational reason why these lights will be there, but you can't see it enough on thermal, on any type of camera or
It took us
image
forever to get it.
enhancement. We can't see it. We just couldn't tell what it was, but it was there every single night. And it wouldn't, like the second and third night we were out there, it didn't show up right away. We didn't see it right away. Remember, the first night we saw it first thing. Nights after that, it would come out soon after we got there. But once we hit that clearing, after a little while, I think that one night y'all had walked down to the tree line, and it disappeared for a few minutes. Y'all, by the time y'all got to the tree line, as you were backing away here, that's when Mose and I were trying to head, like running to you. He's taking off. I'm like, you're not leaving me. We're hearing stuff at the table behind us. So I'm running behind him. Yeah, I'm the one carrying, but he's leaving me. I'm like, you're not leaving me by myself. So I'm running after him. But by the time we met y'all to the tree line, we were coming out there to basically stay. The lights were there, but they were just pushed back further. It's almost like it knew you were at the tree line, and it went back further.
Well, we did, especially the last story.
It sounds pretty serious.
I think, I'm like I said, I'm not saying all the lights were what I think they are, but I guarantee I will prove that some of them are.
I've always said it. I don't see how that's possible, but I would love to see that is possible. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'll prove it.
Just because I'd rather know what it is.
I don't know. It may be,
It's just wild.
Well, something similar to that. When I was in Oregon, we had night binoculars, and I just looked up at the sky because I could heard you could do this. And something, it was fast. It was going like boom, 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 boom across the sky. Zigzagging. It was weird.
But you were using night vision?
Yeah.
I heard the same thing.
Yeah, and I saw it.
Hey, now
it's like, what was it?
That's what we first got that orb on video with. It would run from the FLIR. Mark, we pull his FLIR out, it would go back in with everything. We put another FLIR, less expensive FLIR. It would run, and then finally, for some reason, I just looked at it. I had just bought the darn things. I said, let me try out the binoculars, because I figured if it ran from everything else, it was going to run from those too, and it didn't run. For some odd reason, it didn't run. But
I remember somebody playing back just a brief part of the footage, and I remember hearing Barry saying, every time I turn it on, it's gone. It's like it knows. It did.
And then it got to where it was almost like, this is going to sound so flipping crazy. I shouldn't even say it. It was almost like you develop some kind of, this is going to sound stupid, crazy, I'm sorry, some kind of rapport, some kind of something with it, every night that we went back, it was like you got more and more and more. You remember, y'all? You remember there was more than one time where it was more than one orb. It was times it was 3.
Well,
But
there
that
was
wasn't.
yeah.
And every
Oh, it
time
was.
every time it went down the tree line, when you look right back at where it originally first was, it was one sitting there.
When you would see it pop up, just like poof, it was there, and then it would start moving, and then at times it would sit still.
The last 3 nights, I think it was, we literally walked down that road. I remember saying it. I said, when we get there, I told somebody, whoever hadn't gone, I don't remember who it was. But
I think that was Bradley the last
night. It is
night.
going to be sitting there waiting on us, and you're going to get to. I said, and yesterday I got the thing, and it was looking at us watch saying, "What's it got so long?" Because it was literally just sitting there waiting on. I mean.
So do y'all remember coming away from the tree line that one particular night I was talking about, and we get about halfway from the tree line to the flagpole, and the cat noise? Do you remember hearing the cat? You don't remember hearing the cat?
No. But usually I was out in front on the orb thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that was, you know, I always say
you were always ahead of everybody too.
I always say I love the rush. I was having a good time.
He was.
That was some exciting stuff. But we, you know, that's another thing. That I like for people to know is that we didn't just sit back. We went towards it. It would go back. It would retreat back in the woods. That's what this is, and when you add all this together, this is why I just don't think it was car lights. And I could be totally wrong. I'll say that every time, I hope. But especially the last night. I mean, the last night we got some real. The last night we took a whole lot less people because Mark had to go home. He had to fly back, and I don't think we had but like 4 people the last night we went. It was a lot more. We took a lot of chances, to be honest with you. We probably should. Nobody was watching the backwood line. We weren't watching a lot of other stuff around us. We were just trying to get more, shots on the orbs. And I'll give Christopher Noel credit. Christopher Noel pushed my envelope, and even going further, going to where really we couldn't walk any further unless we were just willing to walk through chest-high grass and trees to keep going. And, you just don't. It's Florida. You don't know what's up in there, so to speak. But we did. I can't think of anything else we really could have done. As far as while we were there. And that's just what I want everybody to know. It wasn't one night. We're talking 5 nights, 4 nights, different. I mean, at the end of the day, probably 15 to 17 different people saw that. Every one of them saw it. There wasn't nobody that went that came back and said, "Well, I was unlucky. I didn't get to see it." Everybody saw it. It was just.
Miles, are you reading the chat?
I just saw that.
He saw it.
Who's that?
Dude, you can get in touch with Joe on his channel.
Yep.
Look him up on Squatching Cowboy, and you can get in touch with Joe through that.
Like he watched the camera.
He's in chat. He'll. Hey Joe, he wants to get in touch with you, so look out for an email or something from.
He knows a professional when he sees it.
What's that?
He knows a professional when he sees it. Joe.
How's he doing here?
I love Joe's video. He does a good job. He seems like good people. I didn't get to meet him.
I mean,
Joe was awesome. Yeah.
I don't know how to look up his channel. I mean, I subscribe his channel. I don't know how to talk to him.
I don't know how to get in touch with him.
Like,
how to look him up. That's what he's saying.
He wants to talk to him. Yeah.
Now, you were talking about Maya earlier. I mean, I was listening before I called in. The night she halfway fell out of the trailer. The night that Bradley almost got left and had to ride the back of the truck. That was the night that me and Chad were sitting there, and we had forgot those dogs. I mean, it'd been 2.5 hours. Everybody had been gone. And we knew probably, we're trying to be nonchalant and not really look, but yeah, we're looking to see if, what's out there, what's sneaking up on, anything. And I'll never forget your two dogs. It was like somebody just flipped a switch and they went into instant attack mode. I still wonder if something was sneaking up right through there and did not realize they were there. And they heard it all of a sudden. I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember getting back from wherever we were and hearing they barked all night. I'm like, what? For like 2 hours they barked.
Yeah.
Somebody thought they were my dogs. I remember because I heard about it. That's how aggressive they were barking at whatever they were barking at.
And it wasn't.
I heard about it in breakfast the next morning.
It wasn't a bark growl. It wasn't hear nothing. It was like, and then all of a sudden, bam! They were in a full. Attack. And we know something was coming up through that field. At least we think it was. Just because of some of the, we would find branches that were sitting there that it looked like something had used to maybe even carry with them to just to break up their silhouette, possibly. And it wouldn't surprise me at night they didn't come up in that, that field. It was perfect for them to come up in. I still think they threw that coconut that night that we all were about 4 o'clock in the morning. I think it was me and Mark, maybe, I don't remember. And something, I ain't no more zip my tent, the zipper down, and something hit the picnic table about 10 feet out beside that tent. As loud as, it just sounded like it sounded like a rock about the size of your fist hit it. And I come out and looked, I didn't see anything that night. And then we get to look at the next morning and find that coconut, and there's no coconut trees right there in that whole little area.
Although there were some coconuts sitting around.
Yeah. There were
sitting on the fence pole.
Well, that can of sardines that popped up on
who put that sardines?
I don't know.
Was that
I
you,
just
Barry?
remember looking over like, what the hell is that doing sitting there? Who put that there? Just an opened up can of sardines just sitting
right next to
on that post, right next to your truck. Like somebody's leaving you a gift.
One thing I guarantee, I've never eaten sardines, and I am not going to start today.
Me either. That's why I noticed it was kind of disgusting. Why would somebody leave that there? I think what I said. I'm like, why would somebody leave? I
like sardines just in tomato sauce, not in that oil. That's what it was.
Another message there.
Let me look on Joe channel or something. Message or link.
If you click on the link, then that'll take you right to his channel.
Yeah.
But does that get him there so he can talk to him? He wants to discuss something.
Yeah, I realize that.
But then you go to the last, scroll all the way down, and usually I think Joe has his email there. I'm not sure. I'd have to look, but if anybody puts it anywhere, it will be there at the end.
Hi.
Yeah, I can't control if Joe wants to come on. That's up to him. But I'm just I can't keep. Never mind.
I have little issues here. A problem. I'm clicking a link on it. It's not letting me, and it's not letting me touch. I touch a link. It's just nothing in that.
In the link that was just posted
in chat.
Somebody post that link again, please. And because I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on StreamYard here. And see if we can get that working. He said it wasn't working. Richie says, question Mogs, have you heard of D.A. Roberts on YouTube? D.A. Roberts. No, I haven't. You, Barry?
Oh, he's the author. I think he wrote a portion or the last Cam Buckner, Steve Lilly journal. I think he wrote the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got. I know. I've known Cam for. I camped with Cam. Lord, that's probably been 4 or 5 years ago when I first met him. Back before he had done anything. So I've known him for a little bit. But yeah, I just happened to notice one night that it was on. I flipped over there and watched for a little bit. He's an author.
Joe's
think he
coming
ends.
on.
Oh,
He did a
sorry.
good job on the last Steve Lilly journal, or at least I thought. I thought he did an excellent job. Of course, Cam does great, but everybody knows that.
Yeah, he does. He did. I don't know if you listen to Cryptids Canada at all. Leslie, same thing, narrator.
Uh-huh.
And she also wrote a book that is literally a page turner. Not many people can say that they wrote a page turner.
Right.
Hey, Joe.
What's the name of the book?
Primal Revenge. She also narrated it on her channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Cool.
there's 36 episodes. Maybe they're 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but
Oh,
yeah.
I love to hear
Some of
that.
them
I
are
didn't
pretty
realize that.
long.
You know, nowadays you can.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's hard. It's hard to watch everything you want to.
I remember.
Oh, no kidding. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Joe.
Man, I can't believe this. I'm on with Stevie B and Rick and Barry and CD
I'm on with Joe.
This
Man,
is awesome.
the group just got a lot classier when you got here, Joe.
Oh, what the? I'm on, ain't it? I didn't leave yet.
Yeah.
Barry, did you see what I said a while ago? I said next time we have a squatch up, we're headed to your front yard, so you'll show up.
I deserve all that. Hey, I will say this. That's the first time, and I waited too long to plan on going, but it's the first time I've ever missed one.
I see how it is.
And I promise. Yeah, I'm not saying it's just to be funny or to make lighting. I mean, I'm serious. I have not. Y'all, I can't even watch the highlights y'all got because I know what I'm gonna feel like. I'm gonna be like, God, I wish I'd have been there.
Oh, we talked shit about you.
So I haven't watched any. I haven't watched. I know I will one day, but I'm having to skip them at the moment because I really did want. Because there's just so many. When I finally did decide to go, the main reason was there's just the different. All these people that I hadn't met yet. I had met in different chats and so forth, but I hadn't, met. I didn't want to turn down the opportunity, but maybe we'll.
That's the only reason I went out there because you said you was coming.
Guilt trip.
Yeah.
See, now y'all know how I feel.
I still want to go camping there because it looks like a beautiful area. I'm sorry, Steve.
No, I was just saying, now y'all know how I feel. I've missed, I think, 2-3 events so far.
So Barry,
get you,
Barry, Lester wants to know, Barry, do you recommend using spirit boxes again for bigfooting?
I would probably have to say hell no.
But Barry, and he might think about it and protest for a minute, but then he'll say, you know what, the hell with it. Give it to me. Let's try it again one more time.
I'd try it.
Yeah. Sometimes I sit back and wonder, Mark and Larry, y'all just use me as the damn guinea pig. Because I was the last one to come along, and I kind of got to do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't want no part of that spirit box. I didn't want no part of it. I didn't want to touch it. I had to sit there on the way there and mentally just prep myself for that thing. And it still went like it went, but I don't, to a certain extent, I'll Mark and Larry a lot when it comes to this. So they needed me to do it, and I did it. If I had it to do over again, I would not. No, I would. Larry apologized. He said, "Man, if I had any idea that would happen, we'd never brought it." And it was, but like I told him, it wasn't your fault. I actually got out there and kind of got bored, and then forgot, what to do, what not to do. But that was a weird night. And I do want to say one thing right now. There's somebody that's on here right now that helped me through that. Christine did. Because I went through a hard time after that night, y'all. I kind of got. I mean, I didn't get out of anything Bigfooting, but I definitely said time out. Because between the orbs in Florida and then the LBL experience, it was just. I just needed to process it. I think, take a couple months.
That spirit box got a little personal, didn't it?
It did. I mean, for those that don't know, you're not supposed to, the rules of it, you're not supposed to ask it personal questions. And I asked it something personal about my cousin of mine, and it answered it. And the weird thing was it answered, Larry wanted the spirit box on, but then when he turned it on, it was so loud. It was like, okay, now get away from us, you know. So I'm standing over there on the side, and yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I asked it, but I asked it something about the way my cousin passed, and it told me. And that's
all I
all I
know
knew.
is that we spent that whole week with you, and I don't ever recall seeing a time that you were freaked out about anything. I mean, not at all.
No.
But I watched that live that night with you with that spirit box, and
Well,
you were freaked out.
and I forget, even before that, I forget how we were doing it, but there was something on either the spirit box or some other piece of equipment that had light. And we were asking it what color it was going to come up next. And I wish I could remember exactly what piece of equipment it was, or if it wasn't the spirit box itself. I don't know. But 3 times in a row, y'all, it came the color. I was like, oh God. Oh, here we go. But fortunately, the next 2 times it didn't, so that made me feel a lot better. I was okay. It was just a coincidence, you know. And then a little bit later, I asked it that. I'm not gonna. I will say this much about it. Right after it answered that question, there was I'm not going to say what the questions were and the answers on, but another question about my cousin popped in my head, and I'm not positive by any stretch of the imagination, but I swear I think it said the answer of the question that I was thinking. That's what really messed me up.
I want to know.
Now
Barry,
I can't say for sure it did, but at the time it was way too coincidental. You know, I was like, okay, spirit box over. No more.
Leslie over at Cryptid Canada says, my friend Ed Weaver has a channel and he deals with spirit boxes all the time. He speaks to his deceased son every day.
Wow.
Wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm glad for Ed, and I actually now want to see it. But I don't see me trying to speak to anybody on it. I had enough, you know.
It's not for everybody.
Well, yeah. And
I want to know, is Barry having a seance or got a Ouija board out right now, or what's going on?
Man, I'm sitting on my back porch. I got a little candle going down here. It is raining down here in South Mississippi. No, but I don't do seances, Joe. I guarantee
You look
that.
like you were
And
sitting around a campfire.
I think I keep getting away from the camera.
Michael has a question for you.
That's why I came on. Go hit it.
I know.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Chavez. I heard something you said. I heard you say all the time you said me join on your show, right? Like a couple of days ago.
Join my show?
When you saw when
that was. Did you? I don't remember that part.
I said I was going to give you a shout out on my video. In part 3 of the video, I give you a big shout out to tell everybody to go to your channel and see if we can't get you up to 1,000 people.
Yeah. I heard you said about
If it passes me, I'm going to be pissed. No.
Well, I'm shopping out on my channel.
Yeah, I give you a shout out. If you want to talk anytime, you can message me on Facebook, or you can. My email is on my YouTube channel. Just scroll down, like Stevie B said a while ago. My email is on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to talk, come on, man. We'll talk. I don't know a lot. I'm not like some people. I'm not going to get into that.
Hey, I wasn't there.
We're going to talk about that, Joe.
I wasn't there, and I know about that.
Not now.
Joe Parker knows, and Pat knows.
Hi,
Joe Parker. I hate that.
Come on, talk to me, Rick. Anytime.
You old
Joe,
I'm on Facebook. Joe Pass. Look me up. Message me anytime you want.
Yeah. No, hold on.
So I might not answer any questions that you got, but I'm willing to talk.
All right.
Anytime. Except after the show, because I'm going to bed after the show.
Richie Evans says, "What is in Pine Island, Florida?" Pine Island's about 20 miles long and maybe a mile or two wide at its widest, if that. It just sits out in the Gulf. It's one of the barrier islands here on Florida's southwest coast. Good fishing. Bokeelia is up there, and there's a lot of different places to go hang out on Pine Island.
Well, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for letting me in.
Okay.
I'm talking some monster private talking, and I'm getting tired. I mean, it's too hot in here.
No worries.
Let's
Yeah,
talk.
I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Fishing again. Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for letting me join this video. Again, it's an honor. And go check out my channel and all of you guys. It's fine.
All right, dude.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Michael.
Take care, Michael.
What's the name of his channel again?
Officially, Forest of Monsters.
I think I subscribed the other night when he was on, but I'll make sure.
Right on.
A while back, you were talking about dogs, and I was on a site where there was a habituation, and I was talking to the lady that lived there, and we were out in a field, and her dogs were up at her house, and I got there, and she said, "Listen to my dogs," and at first they just started to bark, and then they started to be more of an alert bark, and then they started this really aggressive barking. And she said, if it comes up to the house, they're going to whine, and then they're going to get quiet and back off. But that night they didn't. It barked, but they did that really aggressive bark, and then the thing went the other way, so they didn't whine. But her house, she was living on a hill, and her house came up this way. And so she had a handprint up here, which was 11 foot off the ground.
Damn.
Wow.
That was up in the Panhandle.
Mose, can I respond to Joe Parker?
You can do whatever the hell you want.
It's Joe Parker
Excuse
is
me.
9,999. He knows what I'm talking about.
Call him collect for the older members. I get it. Collect.
He's still giving me hell. Nonstop. Calls me in the middle of the night. Shit wakes me up.
I got a good Joe Parker story, but I'm not going to tell it.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
come on,
you
dude.
like that, Barry?
You can't say that and
No,
not
I can't.
tell
After
us.
I thought I don't want to do it.
Do you want to be friends after that?
Well, I don't know if I mean, I don't know if I want to.
We'll get it out.
It's not that great of a story. It's not, I didn't catch him, doing something crazy. He got sick one night after we ate at an Outlaws camp out, and that's the first time I ever met him, and I'll never forget. He was over on all fours, just heaving. Like heaving like I had nobody I had ever heard before. I felt so bad for him, but at the time I was probably laughing. But sorry, Joe. But that's about it.
What is it with you going to these?
Joe's good people. I
don't think he heard. I don't think he heard you, Barry. You don't have to worry.
Wait a minute.
What is it? What is with you going to outings that people like? You hear the most extreme shit. You heard the loudest flatulence you ever heard at 168.
From Slappy. From Slappy. Yeah. We don't need to talk about that, but since it's been brought up, I mean,
I didn't name names.
I ain't never heard anybody do that to where I actually stopped and went, damn, that sounded like it hurt. was like, ooh.
Dead silence otherwise. That's
Yeah.
all you hear.
They come up they heard whatever they heard, and they come up to the pop up. Did you guys hear that? What the hell was that?
Yeah. That was
my poor tent.
I want to say that might have been one of the times that got us laughing to where we just didn't stop after that. It just kept going. You know, that's one of the things that set it off.
I had a Bigfoot sit on my tent and stab it with a knife.
Oh, that was who said that? That was a story from the outing.
Hey,
And then I went to sleep.
Did you have a problem with that story, Joe?
No.
What were you gonna say, Barry?
Oh man, I shouldn't say it. I'm gonna say it, but I shouldn't. I'm like, we got some 168 people that were here. I'm not gonna call any names or whatnot, and there's a couple people probably in chat that know where I'm going with this. But I just want to make sure that I just want to ask y'all, and I know what the answer you're gonna give, or at least I believe I do. At any time on 168, did you ever see anybody that you remotely thought was maybe trying to make something more than what it was, or fake anything or anything like that?
Fake anything?
Is that for the 168?
I just heard somebody say it though. Well, I'll tell you what, I was on a podcast a while back in chat, and it was, people get mad at different things, and this particular person's mad because of the ways that somebody, I guess, blocked them from their channel and so forth. And the next thing, is just a little sly comment about, they probably had this, they probably had that out in the woods. 168 was a mixture of a whole bunch of different groups of folks that, and I'm just going to, I don't think there's, and I could be mistaken, but there wasn't anybody there. I mean, you really didn't have to. I mean, you didn't have to, because you wouldn't even we didn't have to fake anything. We didn't have to do anything.
I know our group, the group I'm talking about, the three of us, and there was probably 6 or 7 of us. No, I don't think anybody would have.
I don't think the other group, and like I said, I'm not bringing that up because I think it happened by any stretch of imagination.
No,
I'm bringing it up because it was stated by somebody, and I understand they're mad at them about the way they got blocked on their channel. I would be too, probably, and sometimes, and Lord knows, I've said things that I wished I wouldn't have said. But that night when I was on that chat, I did say I was going to come on here tonight and kind of a little bit just talk about it.
I was going to ask. I was curious when you started this. I was wondering what you were getting at.
Yeah, I know Carrie's catching some flack about the time that it's taken to get it out, but I mean, y'all.
Oh, geez.
Holy cow! I mean,
you have no idea how much footage and just material there was from. You had 2 separate teams, at least starting off 2 separate teams, and then it broke into smaller groups, and everybody had a piece of equipment in their hand and was recording something.
And there wasn't anybody. I think y'all agree with this. As far as working, when we got down there, that man, Kerry Arnold, worked from the minute we got there to the minute that he left. There were times where we had downtime. We had time to sit around, shoot crap, so forth. Most of the time, he was always doing something. If he wasn't on a darn on with Daniela or doing another podcast at night, he was doing something else. I mean, every second of the day, he was doing something. And the fact that it's taking a little bit longer to get out, I mean, get to the people that are complaining about it, get the hell over it. The man's going to put it out on YouTube. He's not going to charge for it. And we're going to complain because he's a little bit later and getting it out than he said he was. I mean, come on.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
No,
I was
when it gets out, it'll get out.
And I
People just
think
have to
Terry
be
would say,
patient.
look, if you think you can do better, go out there and shoot you a documentary and see how it goes. And I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, somebody thinks they can do better. I mean, because it's not like he had, you know, this big group of people that can help with a whole bunch of different stuff. A lot of it's just is on him.
And
yeah,
to
and
have
he's
one
got his
person,
own job too. I mean,
Exactly.
it's ridiculous to expect him to do
Plus
it that
keeping
quickly.
Bigfoot Odyssey going, you know, they're still doing stuff, doing shows and so forth. I don't know.
well, you got to figure it's just one. Barry,
It's so,
let me. I
Go
just
ahead.
want to say this real quick. I just want to say that it's him going through all this footage. You know, he's using his time in between his job and all that, and it's just so much material, and it's good material. It's not like it was everybody just filming whatever. No, people were actually getting stuff. You know, and you raised the question of what do we think about if stuff was being faked or whatever. I don't know. I can't say. I just know what we saw, what we all experienced together. There was always somebody around when something happened. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it was all being documented and recorded, and he's got to go through all that and make a documentary out of it.
Right. I mean, it
That
was,
takes time. You know, if
it
you're
was
gonna do
even,
it right,
it
go
was,
through all that footage.
it was even posed to me as in, how do you know Zashki didn't have somebody planted out in the woods in a costume so y'all would see, you know, when me and Zashki had the sighting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Well, number one, it was a spur of the moment. Hey, let's go do this. And then we leave the area they're at and we walk way off over here. He has no idea I'm taking him over there. He ain't got a clue in the world. He doesn't know where, you know, exactly the orb stuff happened. He had no idea. But when you know, certain folks want to, and the person said, I'm not gonna call his name because I'm not trying to start anything or anything like that. Because I like the guy, I respect the guy. When he's talking about anything else but this, I love to listen to it. But it's just kind of where I can't. I mean, he wants to, you know, nitpick it apart. Then that's understandable. You know, if that's what he wants to do, some folks are just like that. But you know, don't let get being mad because you got blocked from a channel make you say other things that are just outlandish and just honest to God, just stupid. I'll say it.
I don't.
I'll say it
No,
because I mean,
there was
you
no
know,
hoaxing going on, dude.
and
Not there.
but it goes back to the y'all. A skeptic is just the easiest freaking job in the damn world. You don't have to prove. You ain't got to do nothing to say I don't believe it. That's a skeptic. I mean, I'm not saying they're all like that, but I'm just saying it's not very hard to just say I don't believe it. Or what
No,
if
but
this happened? Or what if
in
that happened?
something
The
like
hardest,
this, you
thing in the
need.
world is actually to go out there and get proof of it. That's my whole thing. Is, you know, a skeptic. It seems like a skeptic can open their mouth and say a couple of things. A lot of times, as a group of individuals, sometimes we'll take a step back when we really should be taking a step forward. And you know, arguing and fighting, you know, for what we know is right and true. But
Glad to hear you say that.
The skeptic thing does get me because it's not hard to say I don't believe. It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
Well, I mean, you cannot believe it, but you don't have to be talking down about what other people have done. To me, that's more than skepticism. It's more like revenge on the Panhandle Pirates.
Right.
Well, you know what gets me is when somebody says they see something or they experience something, don't doubt them. Unless you were there or you weren't there. You know, I mean, just because you weren't there doesn't mean it didn't happen. People's stories are people's stories. Whether you want to believe it or not, keep it to yourself. If you don't believe it, why would you want to bash somebody for their own experience? I don't know.
And two people can see the same thing and say two different things. Because it has to do with your attitude and what you're feeling and how you saw it and your perspective. And they can both be telling the truth about the same thing and have different outcomes for it. So, you know, you can't do that.
Hey, Barry, it took me all day today to make a 45-minute video. So just a 45-minute video took me all day.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the time these folks are putting in their time. So, you know, so other folks can can learn and see and everything. I don't know, just get it, you know. And don't get me wrong, I hate somebody that would fake stuff as much as anybody else. I would never dream of doing it because I've already figured out a long time ago. Right now in this, you people think you faked one thing, or you do fake one thing, you're gone, you're out.
done.
You're not in this no more, baby. And there's been somebody recently that's done that to remain nameless. And they came back and admitted it, and I mean everybody's just you have no choice but to walk away from it.
Well, what gets me is that people don't realize that every one of us that was out there paid our way to get there. We paid, this was time we took out of our lives to do this. Why would we
It
want to
cost
fake
me
something?
$550 in gas just to get to Florida and back. Just in
Oh,
gas, just in fuel.
I don't even want to tell you what it took me to get 2,500 miles.
So why would anybody
Hey, give me
suggest
1
faking
second. I'll be right
something like that? I mean, we're just 3 out of many that came from a lot further. It's just
a lot of times when people start saying, "Oh, you did this," or "Oh, you did that," it's really like if you told me something, why did this person do such and such? My first answer is going to be what I would think if I did it. And so what you're hearing from them is probably why they're doing it. It's like, well, why would you lie about that? Well, I wouldn't lie about it unless I wanted to get attention, or I wanted to get money, or I wanted to get something back out of it. And so if they ask me, why did I do that? Those would be my go-to answers. But those are my answers. And so, whatever you ask them, why would somebody do that? Listen to their answers, because their answers are probably why they did this thing, or why they would do it.
Right.
Sure.
I can't think of most every time you see somebody doing something like that, it's going to be for them. They're trying to sell this or sell that. The big name hoaxers from, that have come up through the ranks, your Biscardi's and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a whole different ballgame than it was back when they were just really hitting on all cylinders. There's a lot changed. I mean, I was in this when you didn't have 2 podcasts out there. When I say in it, I was watching, trying to learn and so forth. And now you got podcasts all week long. We're blessed, and kind of spoiled in that way. I just, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just my nature. Don't. If you say that you think that something I was involved with was trying to fake anything, I'm on damn sure answer.
Yes.
I probably should have even talked to Carrie before I even said anything, and probably shouldn't have said anything. But it's just that's just my nature. You're not gonna tell me that that we did this and that happened when you're just coming off stuff off the site. In reality, you're the one that's making stuff up. We're not. You're trying to dream up some way that we dream. I mean, it was just it's like I said, I like the guy. I like listening to him. But it just kind of stuck in my craw, and then he keep getting brought back up, and I said something. So
I thought. See, like Nikki says, I will call out the hoaxers. My list is long. Just make sure your list is right.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, because that will destroy somebody if it's just based on, unless you have facts.
I thought you were just going to point out videos already that were past hoaxes or proven hoaxes, and it doesn't seem like that's what the channel is going to be about. And hopefully, it doesn't go in the wrong direction. I'm wishing you the best of luck with it. Just be careful.
Yeah.
I'll never be on a show.
What's that?
I said I'll never be on a show.
I
don't like her. I ain't hoping shit.
Y'all want to meet Rudy?
Did I miss something? WTF Mike might have had a question.
Uh-oh.
I think he wants to be on the show.
Yeah, dude, we got a couple minutes. It's gonna be brief. Hold on, dude.
Oh wow.
Well,
Mike, hit
Mr.
that
D,
link in Mike, hit the link in chat. I just put it up, and yeah,
Barry,
we'll
I'm
pop
glad you
you on
came
for
on.
just a couple
You know,
minutes. Huh?
Yeah, I was
I
listening. I was in the shower trying to rush my tail off, trying to get where I could call in because I knew I was going to the whole time.
that's
I was
cool.
running late
Yeah, I was
because I
telling
got
Barry I
over.
was glad he came on.
Oh
Mr.
yeah, no, it's always good to have Barry on.
It was
Well,
like
this is the first
you
time he
kept
and
that.
this
You,
is the first time you and I've talked really since
it
the
is
168. We've seen each other in chat and all, but we've never really talked.
right, and I knew when he said that you were going to co-host, I said I'm going to pop on there.
That's
I had
cool.
to do that. And say hey.
Good to see you.
Mr. Lee
You
said if
too.
you go on for more than an hour, he'll come on.
Howdy ho.
Sure.
What's up, man?
Hey,
WTF,
not a
Mike.
whole bunch. Just sitting here in my little cabin waiting for some more noises to come up. I've been being bothered the past few days. Got some recordings of a whole lot of loud ass tree knocks, even though I got a lot of traffic going by. I hear tree knocks in the old yeah, you ever hear like the laughing like
Kind of
Bigfoot thing? Like there's a video of a guy that was on a reservation and he heard, you know, he had like a wool hat on or whatever, and he heard something out there laughing in the woods. That's what I've heard the past
yeah,
couple of days, and there's been like three of them laughing all at the same time.
real crazy evil. Yes. Yeah.
They've been
Yes.
no, not evil at all, because I invited them up. You know, I was
No, I'm just
snoozing
saying
and I had a
it
camera
sounds.
out there, and I said, you know, you don't got to show yourself on camera, just do some sounds and come on up, because they've been beating on my house for the past 10 years. And we've been playing games like that in the woods, you know, hiding different objects and playing hide and seek and all that, you know. I have fun with them. It's, you know, I eat some fruit once in a while, and they're okay to me. But the thing of it is, I can never catch them on camera doing anything. They just won't come up to the yard unless everything is shut down, all the traffic is gone. It's just dark as dark can be. And then all of a sudden, whap, whap, whap on the side of the house. And here's the scary part. My name is Randy. I'll hear, Randy, wake up,
Really?
come out, Randy. And it's like, okay, who's messing with me? I get up, nobody's out there. I hear breaking sticks and everything in the damn woods. It's just weird.
So does it say Randy, or does it actually say Randy come out? Or just say Randy?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Are you hearing it, or is it more of?
Sometimes
or
it
is
just
like
says Randy, and the other time it says
That's
come
creepy.
out.
That's creepy.
I play.
Are you hearing it, or is it like a mind speak?
Well, it's both. It's both. Just depends on what night it is. And I agree with you, Barry. All they need is like 3 bottles. Warriors, come out and play. It's it's kind of like that sound. But yeah, it's pretty freaky around here a lot of times. I've seen them, and they were pretty pissed off at me while I was walking my dog a few years ago. And yeah, actually, I with Cryptids Canada, you know, I put it on her channel, and I've had a couple of encounters with these things, and some of them weren't close to my house, but most of them are close to my house. And a lot of it is because I go out and say, hey, forest people, big people, little people, whatever, I'm just walking through, grateful that you're here. We're both here to, you know, sustain the forest and your home. Not trying to cut down trees, not here to intimidate anybody or shoot anybody or eat anybody. So we'll get along equally. You leave me alone and I'll leave you alone, but you're more than welcome to come up and talk to me. And I'll be goddamned if they don't. They've been leaving dead squirrels tied together at the neck and tail under my bed, or not under my bed, but under my window, my bedroom window.
Where are you at?
They've done this a few times. I'm in northern Michigan, where the men are men and the women are sheep.
Sheep are scared.
I'm just kidding. Hubba hubba.
I heard one of your stories narrated recently. I think it was
Oh, really?
on. Yeah, did you send it into? I don't know if it was Buckeye Bigfoot or
Sorry.
Bigfoot Case Files. I know
Could have
I
been.
know because I recognize the name Harmonica Man.
Yeah. A lot of folks do, not just on the Bigfoot things, but I'm all over the damn place.
Wow.
And that's not just because I'm a male hooker, but that's because I'm a harmonica man. You know, guys, don't be jealous. It's not
Gotta
all
make money
as good as
somehow.
it seems to
Pay the
be.
bills.
What's up,
What's
Mike?
up, Connor? How's it going, man? And Mike?
What's
how
up?
are you?
What's up? I had to pop in.
Well,
I've actually been
well,
on the screen with
Stevie,
Barry and
CDS,
Stevie, and then
Barry,
CD Squatcher,
Bigfoot,
of course.
Okay, only one at a time, guys.
Joe, Harmonic Man. Good to see you guys. All right, there you go, Anon. Go ahead. Continue on.
Yeah, what's up, Stevie B? Nice to
How you
officially
doing?
meet you. CD Squatcher,
Right?
nice to see you again a couple months later. Barry, I was hoping to see you and meet you this weekend, bro. Next time, just bolt, man. If you can't get a hold of us on the phone, who cares? We need you. Save us. Save us. We needed you, but you were there in spirit, brother. Joe Pass, awesome to see you, brother. Great first episode. I'm really excited for the trilogy. Harmonica Man, thank you for the wisdom. And then WTF, Mike, your stage, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying hi to
Me?
everybody.
Wisdom?
That's all I want. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. That's all I was doing. You don't want me to take the stage right now. Trust me. Go ahead. You go.
Barry, you were talking about the skeptic earlier. What's this guy here?
I think I was through. I hope I was, because I forgot.
No, Mike's a skeptic, a healthy skeptic.
Oh, yeah. I am. Yeah.
Hey, we need skeptics, though, really.
We do.
No,
I am
I
quite the
enjoy hearing the
skeptic,
stories.
too.
I do.
It's just.
Well,
it's just
hey,
Yeah,
how you
I
don't
go.
let
enjoy
him
hearing the
fool
stories.
you,
I do.
guys. Listen, don't let him fool you. Moggs he's a skeptic too. I mean, look at how he talks about debunking the orbs. It's
There's not a
cars,
single one of us that
headlights.
isn't.
No, I'm just saying in a healthy way, though. I mean, like I said
Oh,
before, I'd rather know than know what it is than speculate to make believe something. You know, prove
But
to
I have
me.
an
That's
open
cool.
mind.
I want to see it. I want to see. I want to know. You got me intrigued. But
Yeah, the
he's
correct
a healthy
answer.
skeptic too. Don't let
Okay,
him
as
fool
a
you.
skeptic, I have to say this. The correct answer is I don't know.
mm-hmm.
The wrong
Exactly.
answer is I do know, but I'm going to tell you a lie just so I can win an argument.
Or
And the
Well, if
second
you
best
don't
one is
know-
in my
in
opinion.
my opinion.
In my opinion, yes.
In my
Well,
opinion.
that's what you
know?
should say, in my opinion, because it's your opinion. Don't state facts if you don't know.
Right.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
that at all, but that's
Yeah, if you don't know
Exactly.
the facts, yeah, don't say it. Yep.
Joe.
What
yeah, I'll be a skeptic and everything else, but I'm not going to cut you off every 3 seconds into your story to say, like, well, that can't happen because this fact happened. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of skeptic.
Right.
That's
No,
why
I'm
you
going to
take
listen to your
notes,
whole
Mike.
story and stuff, but no, well, yeah, fair enough. I
Well, you
understand
don't
that.
interrupt
Take
and you
notes.
take notes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no question.
I
afterwards.
argue
Exactly.
intellectual things on an international level. I know how to do it. And that's how you do it. You just, you be as cordial as you possibly can. You be as open as you possibly can, and you take notes. Well, why do you think this? Well, if there's no answer after that, then it's like, well, then you don't have, if you can't show it, if you're not demonstrating it, then how do you actually know it? Well, it's because you're just, well, I believe. Well, that's mostly what the world's problem is through manipulations of religions and all kinds of stuff. You believe because
Exactly.
you believe because
I
you
was
believe.
actually just about
Well,
to say
everything
that. Yeah.
on the earth is nothing but
you'll believe in
indoctrination.
things-
Nothing
Yeah,
on
you'll
the
believe in
earth.
things just because
Everything's
because
about
people before you believed in
indoctrination.
it. But
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Bigfoot
When it
and
comes
stuff
to
like
a
that don't work
topic
that way. They don't.
with Bigfoot,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
here's the thing. When you're doing scientific studies, your study matter, your subject matter is easily studied. When it comes to Bigfoot, they're like, fuck you. I'm deliberately going to be out of your way so you cannot study me. I don't give a shit what your deal is. I don't care if you feel like you need to prove my existence. Piss off. I'm going to go hide on your ass and then once in a while steal a chicken. That's a Bigfoot. And science just does not get that. They're still saying, I know all kinds of scientists personally that are my friends, and they're still, well, it doesn't move like a gorilla and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's because you're an idiot there, scientist. You're looking for a gorilla. It's not a damn gorilla. How many times do I have to tell you, your subject matter is not the thing you choose it to be. It's its own entity. If you choose if there's a new species out there, it's not going to be another species. How the hell are you going to say this new species exists, but it's another species that, we already know? Because you don't. That just doesn't make any sense. You can't have both the best world, whatever the hell you call it. I'm drunk. Thank you very much. You can't do it by calling it out as something else. A Bigfoot is a Bigfoot. It's not an orangutan. It's not a goddamn, I'm sorry for my language, Morgan. It's not a goddamn gorilla. It's another form of human being. It's a person. And they're out there, wiping their ass on pine cones and shit, unlike scientists do. These scientists are not going to go out there
proof of that
and camp out in the woods and say, look what we've just discovered. They're sitting there in their goddamn apartments. You need to do all the work for us so we can sit here on with our asses sewed to the damn couch cushion. So we don't believe, but we're going to sit here with our own narrative. We don't have to believe because we're not going to go out there and find. Well, it's not about belief. It's about facts. And if you're not about to go out there and find the facts, then screw you. You're a lazy thinker. Even if you are a scientist, you just want to be, you don't want to make these new discoveries. You just want to coast. And you're full of shit. Because every generation discovers all kinds of new things, and if you're willing to ignore them, then you're unwilling to learn. You're unteachable. So
let's
take your false science and shove it up your ass. Okay.
No, they don't want to. They don't want a new. Excuse me. They don't want a new primate in North America because it would make them look stupid. Think of all the years that they said there was no such thing. And they have looked down at all the evidence and they won't look at any of it. And so, of course, they're going to say, oh, it doesn't exist. But it's like the panda. How many years did they say there is no such thing as a black and white bear that lives on tree leaves? That's stupid. And finally, when they found it, oh, yeah, we knew it was there. Look what we found. We found a new kind of bear. And they took credit for discovering it when they really didn't. Everybody knew it was there, but
the Chinese have been eating them for thousands of years.
Yeah, same thing with billy apes. They totally denied 5-foot lion-eating chimps until they found one.
What was it? France, Germany, and Russia recognized Sasquatch as an animal in freaking 69.
Russia for sure.
67.
I think it's 59 actually. When they were because they had what's her name? Iris.
They're not going to admit it.
The wild woman.
There's no reason for them to admit it.
Russia?
It brings nothing positive to the government if they admit it. Everything that comes from it will be negative for them. So why? They're never going to admit it.
Well, when are Russians going to come out with anything? I mean, come on. I made some potatoes and gravy. Oh, no, it's a secret.
Well, in my opinion, a lot of this skeptic talk is just like chasing your tail, man. There's enough people out there that are interested in the topic, that are on the fence, and have stories of their own and pictures that don't even feel comfortable about coming forward because there's all these skeptic channels that want to act all tough and want to try to take the high road. Guys, in my opinion,
hold on.
in the 1800s, Sasquatch has already surpassed academia and scientists when, Cheesy Pond Wildman was captured and taken into a mental hospital and studied for 3 years, and then it died there. So anybody who's demanded pictures or bones or any of that, they are like 2 generations behind. And it's all fun doing skeptic talk and picking apart, Todd Standing videos, but come on, guys, there's enough people out there that we could just raise our voice about Sasquatch and positivity. And then Joe Pass saw it. How many people did we have coming to our camp? Half the camp didn't even know about Sasquatch, but then we're sitting around our fire. So we have that power within us. So all that skeptic talk, god dang, I almost fell asleep. We need to stay positive and try to go after all the mysteries, because my phone has
hold up, dude. Don't start fucking criticizing everybody here. Fuck off. Sorry.
I got a couple of comments to make about that. I need to address this right away.
Are you done?
What the hell are you doing?
I wasn't addressing anybody in here. I'm addressing people that are coming.
Not you, dude. Sorry. I know, dude, but we have skeptics here.
No, hold on.
Hold up. I'm a skeptic. Do not hold back from my feelings. You're not going to hurt them. Trust me.
No. Not my feelings.
Okay.
There's a difference in being.
But don't tell me I'm boring you to death. Fucking step off if you're bored.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I was kind of talking to
You
Harmonica,
did
man.
say
He's
that.
drunk and ranting, man. He was putting us all to sleep. I was just saying the hard real. But I would never disrespect you, Mogian.
Really?
You my bro.
He wasn't
Everybody
down
else
there
in
talking,
here.
though. That's
You
the
think
thing.
so?
And
Yeah,
I know
you're
me and
here
Mike.
talking about
We can talk.
bullshit without any facts.
Now I'm going to catch shit.
I'm actually telling you the
Pearl was
facts.
like,
I'm
wow,
not
Mopes, he
putting
was
you
trying to be
to
upbeat.
No, it's all good. I was
right,
honestly making fun of these skeptics because, again, guys, DNA has been discovered. There are tens of thousands of stories that
You
are
can't.
being shared.
No. I'm gonna stop you right there. You can't say DNA has been discovered. Show me the proof. Where is the actual DNA strand? Anytime DNA is discovered in anything, it actually has to be published. And then after it's actually published, it has to go through a bunch of different teams of scientists to prove that publication is right.
But
So when you want to say that publication has been published, show me where that publication is. Show me that
What if that
publication. You said it like you know it. You said it like you know it. Show me the proof of it.
The people that publish the people that if it gets published are the ones that are not letting it get published.
That's common sense. I thought that was already said.
It's a
Mike.
football. You got 2 football teams and you control the rest too. The game's a lot easier, bro.
Mike, I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Mike, when I'm referencing
Barry. All right, Barry.
It don't
Hey,
matter.
Mike.
I'm trying to make the voices out, but all right.
We are getting a little.
You may have something, but you can't say you have any kind of DNA until you have a specimen that you took it from. So you can have all kinds of DNA that you found here or there, but if you don't have the specimen, then all you have is unknown DNA. You don't have Bigfoot DNA in a scientific way.
And we do have someone on the show who they're approaching that in a different way, and I thought it should be done this way a long time ago. Where they're taking those unknown samples from all over the country, compare them to each other, and that's where
It's not just testing. You can testing against each other, not just individual testing for the one.
Well, when they compare them against each other like that, you can find common ground with it. That's the other thing. And so if it was something that was unknown, you will find out an unknown source with it. Like, so if one from Canada matches up with one from Florida, or even, I don't care, Russia matches up with one from Canada, it's, if you have 2 of those and they match up together on the same basis, you still have an unknown DNA then. And it gives you more proof to stand on a little bit.
Yeah,
but not by a lot. But even when like the one guy got all the help from the FBI and they volunteered to help him out, and he put in his 36 samples of what he thought was unknown DNA and going to be absolute proof that Bigfoots exist. And then the FBI went through it and everything else, and they took it all down. and it ended up being deer hair and bear hair and everything else. And you can look up the whole thing because it's all. Anytime they do DNA samples like that, you can look up the footage and see exactly what it is afterwards, and what species it came from, and what species it most likely is. Will they tell you definitely this is 100% this bear and this guy, this yada yada yada? Mostly, but not 100%. No, because none of it's 100% anything. So.
Mike, I'm just talking based on the hair I've seen and compared multiple samples from Florida and multiple samples from Tennessee, and they all have the same characteristics. So, it is based on something. Yes, we're not sending it to the Freemason lodge down the street to confirm it, but come
right
on,
away you want to say it's like something like Freemasons and they're trying to hide it. It's not even the deal. Like they're the same animals in Florida live in Tennessee. It's the same thing. I mean, like you can have animals in Florida that live in Tennessee and leave the same hair samples on something.
That's fair.
It might not be like identical, like the way you're trying to think it is. It's not going to look the exact same. It ain't going to be a 4-point buck with like the one eye facing this way or nothing. No, it's not that way with DNA. It doesn't work that way.
No, of course not.
I posted pictures of what it looks like under a microscope on my channel. Feel free to check it out, brother.
How can you post a picture of what it looks like? Like the animal look like or what the DNA looks like?
No, the hair samples, what it looks like under the microscope. Tim T, the tracker, he has found multiple batches of hair. I stayed a weekend with him. It's on my channel, and then also Daryl Olney, he was on multiple TV shows about his encounter. He brought hair to the camp out, and he let us see it. All I'm saying is, we've seen the hair, and it correlates.
Question.
It's easy to be a skeptic.
I have a query for all of you.
Oh, it's easy to be a skeptic. Okay.
I have a query for all of you.
You can be a skeptic.
How many of you are actually?
I mean, hey, and here's something. I have never seen a skeptic in the woods at 3:30 in the morning. Never. And guess what?
I'm out before 3:30 in the morning every day.
I'm not going to.
Hey,
you're not going to find them.
Let me explain something to you. Barry, let me explain something.
I'm out before 3:30 every day.
Are you out in the woods?
I was a special forces instructor.
I live in the woods. I live in the woods.
For survival. I've been out there a lot. And I'm still a skeptic. You want to know why? Is because I don't believe every ounce of bullshit somebody tells me just because. It needs
that's a good thing.
Let me tell you why I'm not a skeptic, though. Let me tell you why I'm not a skeptic. I've seen it. I've seen it more than once. So how am I can be skeptical of somebody's evidence. But something that I've seen, just like, I've seen you. I'm not going to be skeptic that you don't exist. I've seen you.
That's not what I said.
That's what I'm
that
talking
was
about.
a separate argument than what you just got done saying. You just
completely leave this stream and what you think what you think is true about it. Completely leave this stream and then now try to prove to your neighbor that lives beside you that I exist.
Is it what?
Yeah. Leave this stream. Go talk to your neighbor right now. Go tell him that I exist and tell him that you can prove it. Without coming back and showing him any of this video, anything, go tell him that I exist.
What is that going to do? You lose me on that.
That's a skeptical game.
Then, as soon as you figure that out, you'll understand what I mean.
It doesn't compare to, fine, you're human, you exist. You can prove that you exist, but we're talking about something that people don't even believe, is real, and yet there are people here in front of us who have seen it.
And the same people that control the journals.
Yeah, but I'm seeing you right now, but I can no longer prove that you exist compared to telling my wife that I talked to you than anything else. There's no proof behind it. You got to come up with a proof that something actually exists.
That's where you got mixed up. That's where you got mixed up. Most of us, we're trying to get proof, but it's mainly for other people that are in the Bigfoot. Most of us don't care.
Oh no! I completely understand you guys are trying to get proof, and I actually push you guys to get the proof.
I don't care if you're the biggest skeptic and you have $1 billion a day to spend on saying that it ain't true. It's not gonna phase what I think. And I'm not trying to prove it to you.
Exactly.
And that's the problem right there, buddy.
You cannot prove it to anybody. I had been with somebody, my ex-wife. I was sitting there when we heard one scream. right off the Big Black River on Persimmon Creek. When I turned around to ask her, "Did you hear that?" She was passing me running into the house. 3 days later, she didn't believe. Now, what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should believe in people, but you should believe something because you heard what screamed out there, and that's nothing that you've ever heard before, or she had ever heard before. And that's what I'm saying. It's very easy just to say this, in the way that they control the journals. If they don't want it out, it's not going to get out, man. You're not going to even get a body out there if they don't want you to get out there. Because by the time that you get it somewhere,
Hold on. False
you may
information.
even show it to 50,000 people on a local TV show. But what's they going to do once the FBI shows up and confiscates the body and the film and all that stuff? You can't show anything. I mean, they don't want it out. It's not going to get out. It's been to me. It's been proved. I mean, honest to goodness, to me, if you don't believe with all the evidence that's out there, I'm gonna be polite, but I wonder about you because there's enough evidence out there. There's enough stories from 300 flipping years ago.
But if nobody's talking about it, then it does. All that doesn't matter.
Sitting around saying, I don't know. No.
Oh, case in
People aren't
point.
gonna know.
Case in point, I have to say this. Case in point. There have been millions of people for thousands of years claiming that a God is out there. Has any one of you pulled one out of your ass yet? In all of human history.
Has anybody calculated the soul, though?
Same thing with what... No, because nobody has ever seen one or can say that one exists.
Can I say something, guys? So who are you to decide and judge that what you're saying now, that nobody's ever, you're saying that nobody's ever experienced anything to do with God or witnessed God? Who are you to say that?
No, I didn't say experienced anything. I said proven anything. You're being offensive because
I appreciate you.
Something exists that you can't even show. You can't even show what you believe in. So why do you believe in it? Same thing with what we're talking about. The burden of proof is on a positive claim. If you can't show it, you don't know it. And that's how society has to act.
Well, I was not being offensive. I didn't mean to be. If I came across, that's exactly the opposite.
No. I'm not saying offensive. I meant offended.
Yeah.
I meant offended by what I was saying. Okay. I didn't mean to offend you. What I meant to say is there are all kinds of positive claims that people have said throughout infinitum with no evidence whatsoever. So why the hell is it somebody else's fault for going where? Well, I guess they got an agenda for you not showing shit that you're talking about. The answer is no, they don't. You're all full of crap. You can't show what you're saying. What the hell makes you think everybody's got to just believe you, otherwise they're the bad guy? They're not.
Who said everybody's got to believe us? Who said that? You said that. We didn't say that.
You earlier. You did.
No, I didn't. I didn't say nobody had to believe it. I said I wonder why people don't believe it. I didn't say you had to believe it. And there's a damn difference, bro.
You went through about 20 minutes worth of bitching because somebody didn't believe it.
Guys,
hold on. Calm down.
You're
not important.
I don't like you.
Calm down.
I'm not upset.
Here's the thing. How do you get to the actual truth? How do you get to the actual truth? How do you get to the actual truth? Everybody.
It depends on the truth you're looking at, because there's three sides of truth of everything. There's your truth, there's the truth of the other person seeing it, and then the actual happening. So it's going to depend on how you look at it.
No,
when
there's
you have
not.
A
Something is either true or it is not.
You
That is the
should be
nature
able
of truth.
to believe something.
Somebody else don't know it. There's either something is true or it is not. Belief is a separate entity.
No.
Of what is true or what is not. And yes, you might have experienced it, and I have experienced it, so I know they're real.
Not at all. Belief isn't a separate entity that way. When you're talking about that kind of truth, belief isn't a separate entity at all. No, it's the same thing.
Here's my whole point about the skeptic, though.
Really?
You don't
Okay,
have to-
Smurfs
you know,
are real. There you go,
you-
Mike. Smurfs are fucking
you
real.
don't
Go
find-
ahead, disprove me.
Hey,
I dare you.
hey,
Somebody created them.
Do you understand what you're saying?
No, I don't care what you're saying. Barry's talking.
Yeah, there's no reason to get
I
this
know you don't.
aggressive, harmonica man.
No,
You
the
know.
only thing I was saying about the skeptic is you don't have people that, you know, I go out in the woods this many times a month just to prove Bigfoot does not exist. You do not have those people. You have people that
No,
sit
nobody's
back,
doing that.
They're sitting watching something on a screen saying they don't exist. Skeptics don't go out in the woods looking.
Yeah,
for
I
proof.
agree.
I mean, where's y'all's proof it don't exist?
I do.
I said that earlier. Where did you miss that? I said
Well, yeah,
that
but
way
then
the fuck back when.
Magoli just said
You're
he
right.
doesn't.
Talking over
Barry,
everybody.
you're
That's
right.
how.
Maybe you just thought you said.
Mo just said he doesn't. He goes out in the woods to try to prove we don't exist. So
I don't try to prove it doesn't exist, but
No,
I
you
am a
just try to rule
skeptic
out
and I
all
will go out in the
options.
woods.
You
Yeah,
just
see?
rule out all
You're a
options. of what you
skeptic
see.
about
Barry, what
everything.
you said. What you
Well,
said
you're
earlier,
using the
Barry.
term skeptic
Sorry,
to
go
mean
ahead.
somebody who's tearing it down, but it could be just somebody who is
Yeah.
Has
undecided
a different
about what it is
absolutely.
and how it
That's all it is.
behaves.
Two different things.
Yeah,
And if
and
you have
you are
enough
actually
evidence to convince
Yeah.
me, then I may not be a skeptic anymore.
But you know what,
there's a difference
Christina,
between
and
unfortunately-
you are dead right on that. Yep, you are dead right on that, young lady. Yes, exactly.
So you just
You
need
know
a
what I think we're
preponderance of
doing?
evidence in order to
Yeah.
prove something to
Everybody's right.
someone.
Yes.
I think
yes.
what we're all doing is
And so do
conflating
we have a
skeptics like
preponderance of
Roseanne Barr.
evidence
Very
between
much, young lady.
stat
Very
and
much.
Roseanne Barr
hair
thinks she's
and
not fat.
audio recordings and
Do
footprints?
not make somebody fun of somebody on the panel just because you don't agree with what they say.
No,
You can't be
everyone-
calling her names and telling her she's this and that just because you're not agreeing with what she's saying. That's not cool at
Are
all.
you talking to me?
I might be a skeptic. I'm talking to you, harmonica man. I might be a skeptic and everything else, but
Well,
I've
you're
never come
full of
on this
shit.
panel and being like, I've never come on this panel and be like, you are a fucking dumbass because you believe that this thing is going to exist. I've never done that. I've never come on here and been like, you look like Ernest P. World because you don't believe this thing is going to exist.
Neither have
Don't do that.
I,
Don't-
dumb fuck.
Mo,
You just did
But
it.
I am
you
just
just
somebody
did it.
who says
Dogs,
this is the
nemesis.
nature of
just
reality.
did
And
it.
you're going, no. Because you're all fucking
You just
right.
did it.
Not just
You
say
called
this.
her
I
Roseanne
did not
Barr a
just say
couple
that. You are
times.
full of shit.
You called her Roseanne Barr a couple times because she didn't agree with the fuck you said.
I didn't
And
call
that
her
makes you-
Roseanne Barr, you stupid
Whoa.
fuck.
Slow
You
down.
stupid
Right.
fuck. You didn't listen to a goddamn thing I said.
Hey,
You're
come on
telling
now.
me I called
If I was
somebody else that?
moderating right
Fuck
now, he'd
you.
have been gone.
I gotta slow this down. This is getting stupid.
Oh, that's crazy. Thank you.
Harmonica
Wow.
man, just chill out for a while. And you know what? I'm going to thank you for coming on. I'm not bringing you back because we are going to end the show here in a minute.
I'm sorry. Mug. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Don't apologize, dude. Hey, it's all healthy. You know, at the end of the day, we're all going to walk away friends.
You know what? Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. All right. Connor, I apologize. You know, got a little worked up there. I mean to come off as a dick.
I think we all did tonight
But it
at some
happens.
point. We all
It's
did.
easy when we all get to talking and misunderstand somebody. That's
Yes.
you know, that's all that
Yeah,
was.
yeah, and I do apologize. CDS, I apologize to you, young lady. I'm sorry.
Connor's smart enough. Connor knows that. Connor knows that. Connor knows you just misunderstood it.
I got a question.
In my
What the
opinion.
hell was that on Connor's face?
I don't know.
I was
didn't-
cracking up on Joe the whole time all this was going on because he's
What
just
was on
sitting
his
back.
face?
How many did you have already? Sitting there.
What was on his
I saw
face?
you got up
I
once.
lost count.
All right. Well, where are we at? We're at 2.5 hours already. Damn. I hate to
You're
shut
gonna
this
put it for
down,
overtime.
but we are going to shut this down. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You know, and again, I apologize if I upset anybody. You know, I just get a little fed up at times.
Yeah. CDS, I do apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mike, don't apologize, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. They are, you know. But I don't want to hear people start mouthing off to one another. You know, calling you a fucking idiot or fuck that. I don't need
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was trying to
and
say.
that was the
but-
point you were trying to make, and you know.
Yeah. I failed.
My virgin ears are burning now, Mug. Damn, I heard such language.
Joe just sat back and watched it all. I was watching him. I was cracking up. He just
So
sat back and watched. He's like, "Let's talk."
I know it got heated in chat too, and I was catching shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I read some of it, and I apologize I didn't answer you guys. I did read some of it, and
we didn't call her Roseanne Barr. It was a comparison.
Yeah, it was just comparing
something Roseanne did. It wasn't, it wasn't attacking. Kind of was out of left field, but
yeah, it was a little out of pocket, and I apologize. I did take it wrong. I thought he called it Roseanne Bar.
No, it's all good.
But it was out of pocket on my part.
This was a good show. I want to, Stevie, thanks for
Yeah.
filling in.
I'm so glad that you came tonight. We got a chance to see you.
It's so nice to meet everybody. Be able to talk. We see each other in chat all the time, and
somewhere our dog was sitting.
I'll get back out there to meet everybody.
If Mose is going to keep this going, beyond here, I would love to talk to you guys. But
yeah, I'll throw you guys backstage, and I'll say goodnight to everybody, and we can bare our claws in a minute because Monica Man's still waiting backstage. So
Oh wow.
Bye everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat.
Bye guys.
Well, I don't mind lively discussions, but it's nice if people take turns instead of talking on top of one another.
Yep. Yes, Uncle Bones too. I appreciate you too. Thank you, big guy. I seen you.
Mike, thanks again.
Mike.
Put you backstage.
Yep.
Or try.
Bye, Mike.
Okay, why isn't this not doing? Oh, there it is. Joe, I'm going to throw you backstage. If you want to hang out, that's up to you. But thanks for joining us.
Hey, y'all go watch part one of the Squatch Out.
Absolutely, do.
I thought it would do better than what's doing, but I don't know. Oh well.
Can't do it.
So it'll all come together.
It hurts.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm gonna be crying in my beer.
Christine, thank you for coming in and assisting.
Yeah, I thought maybe if he knew sign language, or I was typing a lot of stuff for him, but I don't know.
I know like 3 words.
Oh, boy.
Apple. More, please.
Clapping. You clap.
Yeah. Yay!
Yeah. Thank you again so much.
Sure.
That was a big help, especially the typing backstage. So he got the messages. So thank you.
Yeah,
it was good to see you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun being here, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the discussion. As much of it as I forget. But anyway, it's good questions that people should think about and be able to answer,
Absolutely.
Logically, cogently. So anyway, I had fun. Thank you for letting me be here. And Barry, it was nice to see you again.
You too, Miss Christine.
All right, I'm going to go.
All right. Good night. Thanks again. All right, Barry.
Y'all be good, man. Thank you for letting me on. I enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure when you come on.
I'm glad you came on, Barry. Good to see you. Definitely.
We'll try not to make it so long again before I'm back on.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. There are it's too long in between visits.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I still go through getting nervous, man. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I have been back, almost backstage before, and then to hit the button and just get, because I'll get a little. But I still, that's just me. I still get a little nervous about getting on. But
I get nervous all the time, dude.
It's no big deal. So, but it was great to see you, Stevie. Great to see you.
Definitely.
You're an inspiration.
We'll talk soon.
Definitely
You're an inspiration. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Love y'all. See you.
All right, Barry.
Bye.
Bye.
Stevie, thank you very much.
for having me.
No,
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for filling in.
That was pretty cool. Usually I didn't hesitate. I was like, well, I did kind of, but
No, it was great. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun.
It's good to know you'll come and hang out if Iron Dogger can't make it. But
yeah. Don't get in the habit of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But
anyway, thank you for having me. Thank you for everybody in chat, that was cool. And, I
Pleasure.
see people all the time, and you never see their face, and it's cool to be able to actually talk to them.
And
Try
then
anyways.
meet them is even it's better.
Yeah.
All
right.
Thank you guys so much in chat for showing up. Livewire enjoyed it. He said this was awesome. Right on.
Cool.
And everybody I missed as far as shout outs tonight. I apologize and forgive me for getting worked up. It's just if you're going to be on here and then don't criticize it in chat while you're on the channel saying, oh, this is boring or whatever. That's your opinion as far as the guests go. Keep it to yourself. I know that sounds brutal, but anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, we all walk away friends, and that's what's important. Everybody is entitled to their opinions, and I contradicted myself just now.
No, let's just be nice about it. That's all.
So guys, I will see you on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah. I'll be back on Thursday and we'll do it again. Hopefully we can be a little more civil, but it's all good. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. And thanks again, all my moderators. You guys are awesome. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like and share it and also leave comments. All right, guys. Peace and good night and God bless.
Good night.
Good night.